Returns to Louisville, has the fans excited about the future. Of course, the controversial coach left Louisville in 2007. Spent some time with the Falcons. That didn't go so well. Arkansas, not a trip he wants to remember. Western Kentucky, and finally back to Louisville, where he has been incredibly successful. Petrino is 43-9 at Louisville.
He's a hell of a football coach. There's no question about it. The guy can coach football. He's excited about the group that he's got. He's really excited about his quarterback in Will Gardner.
Well, ACC football is brought to you in HD by your local Tire Pros dealer. Win tires, wheels, and a trip for two to the ACC championship game at theacc.com/TirePros. Brandon Ratcliffe is back along with Corvin Lamb. Corvin Lamb has a 97-yard kickoff return. As you look at Mike London,
we got a chance to talk to Mike yesterday, and you know what? I have no eligibility left, nor do you. You and I could have played yesterday after talking to Mike London. He is a motivator.
He is that. 19-32 here in 4+ years. Dillinson's kick is down by Ratcliffe in the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Well, let's take a look at the starting lineups brought to you by Food Lion.
Yeah, Jake Smith will headline a really good offensive line. He moves from center to right guard, very versatile player. We mentioned Dominic Brown, Gerald Christian, big-time tight end. But that offensive line is the key to what Louisville's going to be today.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. 4 all offensive starters from last year are gone. And you have a walk-on, now scholarship player at center. We'll get a look at Brown now. Dominic Brown, the running back. Will Gardner, you talked about him. First down and 10 for the Cards. Here's the pitch back. Around the corner, across the 30, goes Dominic Brown. His longest run this year is 33 yards. Blanding makes the tackle. Take a look at the Food Line starting lineups defensively for the Cavaliers of Virginia.
Well, this is an active defense. Coley will call the shots in the middle. He's a run and hit linebacker. He's the guy that's going to direct traffic. Anthony Harris led the nation interceptions a year ago with 8.
A long 3 on second down. Empty backfield. Flanker screen. Get that ball out quickly. That's Quick. James Quick has the first down. And he's knocked out of bounds again by Blanding.
Boy, really close to a late hit on the sideline right there. In fact, the bench for Louisville was looking for a call there, but excellent job of chopping Vallis's hands down. Good blocking on the edge for that quick throw to the outside. Vallis 88, you see the cut right there. That allows the throwing lane to get out to the screen to the wide receiver, and he's up the field.
How about this for a start for Louisville? 7 on first down, 11 on second down. Start all over again. New set of downs. Cavalier defense trying to adjust. And Gardner audibilizes. Brown left side again. Gets around the corner. He's across midfield. And again tripped up by Tim Harris after a gain of 8.
Well, there's 8 men in the box for Virginia, but what they're not doing is they're not setting the edge. Louisville's gotten to the edge on back-to-back runs with Brown that time, and they'll continue to probe that edge area. A little bit lighter player on the edge. There's Harold 7. They got Vallis on the other side. A little bit lighter players, and Louisville feels like they can get after them with their beef up front.
Dela Cruz and Rogers at the bottom of your screen. That's danger. You're on defense this side. Milton and Harris at the top of the screen. Second down and short. Gardner steps up over the middle, and it is caught. Another first down for the Cards. This is Rogers, and Rogers down to the 30. They are picking them up in chunks.
Yeah, and you talk about matchups. This is where Bobby Petrino does such a good job. Little switch route to the inside comes Rogers. He gets isolated on the linebacker 13, Romero. That's what Bobby Petrino does such a great job of, is he gets matchups that favor his players. That time Eli Rogers, the outside receiver, got inside the slot area and got isolated on a linebacker.
Louisville quarterbacks watch video of Virginia and drooled. Richmond quarterback Mike Strauss, 24 of 36, almost 300 yards last week. First down Louisville, back inside, little counter. This is Scott. Scott breaks 2 tackles and gets inside the 20.
Yeah, Harris comes up from the safety spot to make the tackle. He's third on the team in tackles, but good job of inside running. Again, 8 in the box, little crossbuck play, got the second level block, and Harris, the third level, the safety, has to come up and save a touchdown.
The least that they have gotten on any play thus far is 7 yards. And they are strong in the red zone.
Yeah, if you could, that's the perfect deal there. 12 touchdowns and 13 trips.
First down, pitch back. Again, they attack that corner. Down inside the 15-yard line goes Dominic Brown. He is a powerful runner, big guy with great balance and good instincts, and there's not been a contain man out there. And finally, he's held under 7 and only picks up 3.
Now, we talked about this with John Tenuta, the defensive coordinator for Virginia, and he talked about this big offensive line for Louisville, and that was going to be a major problem. They were going to have to stunt, change the looks up front, stem around, move around to try to confuse a big mammoth offensive line.
Bobby Petrino, one of the best play callers in all of football at any level. Snap back. Gardner would go down this time. Coley got there first. They ran a pretty good stunt, timed it out well, and Coley, 44, came free.
Yeah, it's what they do. They're really good at stunning up front, and they mix in the linebacker, Coley. Coley actually comes off the edge and just makes tackles. An empty backfield. That's really when Virginia feels like they can get after him, is when they go empty in the backfield, which they are right here.
Third down and 10. Cavalier fans on their feet. Gardner with time, throws a little flacker screen. He's got a space inside the 10. Depending on the mark, Dela Cruz is close to the first down.
That's a perfect call. It's a jailbreak screen against full-out blitz. Virginia going to play man across the board. You see they bring the extra people. Good block on the outside. And up the field goes Dela Cruz on the jailbreak screen. Jailbreak, why do you call it that? You turn everybody loose, release all your people out to try to block the second level.
They're going to be just a little bit short of the first down. It'll be 4th down and less than 1, and Louisville's going to go for it. Christian and Tobridge, 2 tight ends, elephant formation. Everybody loads up out of the eye. Play action, over the top. Touchdown, Louisville. Oh, my. Charles Stanberry got behind the second level, and he's got a touchdown for the Cards.
Well, and it's really pretty well defended by Virginia. They take away the run game. There's nothing there, and really Harris is in good position here. He just doesn't get his head around. And a really good job by Stanberry, late hands. Watch him flash the hands just as the ball gets there. Sticks the hands in the air, doesn't give an indicator to Harris as the win to come in for the strip. Nice drive by Louisville.
So John Wallace on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. So with 9:48 to play in the first quarter at Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, the Louisville Cardinals take the opening kickoff, pick up yardage in chunks, and they lead 7-0.
ACC football is being brought to you by AT&T, official sponsor of the ACC, by your Carolina Ford dealers, by Food Line, official supermarket of the ACC, and by New York Life Insurance Company.
Well, it's a wet, cool day in Charlottesville, but what a great start by Louisville. They come down 9 plays, 75 yards, 10 of 15 scoring drives for the Cards this year, and 10 have been 9 plays or more.
Well, that was the longest drive Virginia has surrendered this season. Just 2 defensive touchdowns coming in to this game today. Their longest scoring drive they've allowed, so they're going to have to regroup on the sideline.
7 of the 9 plays were 7 or more yards. Jennings back to return for the Cavaliers. This will be Jennings. And Jennings out to the 25-yard line and across the 25. Our Carolina 4 keys to the game, Arch.
Well, we just saw it on display. It's strength against strength. We're talking about that rushing attack and the big offensive line for Louisville coming off the ball and really putting stress on a little bit lighter but active defensive front for Virginia. You got to give Louisville the first notch on the belt to start the game, but that's really the matchup within the matchup. Their strength running the football against against Virginia's strength against the run.
Meanwhile, Grayson Lambert starts. Parks comes into the ball game. We get our first look at Kevin Parks and our first look at Grayson Lambert. First down, Cavaliers. Play action, going over the top. Looking for a mismatch. Have it complete across midfield. This is Gooch. Miles Gooch all the way down inside the 25. Big play for the Cavaliers. Gooch is 6'4", working against Andrew Johnson, who's 5'9".
Gooch, as you mentioned, the matchup at 6'3", uses a little bit of a push-off, high points the football there. Excellent job by Lambert to give him something he could catch. But a big play. That's Gooch's 4th catch of his career here at Virginia.
50-yard pickup. Food line starting lineups for the Cavaliers.
Talked about Grayson Lambert. Really, the story is Jackson Mateo sliding to center. This is just his 2nd career start in his young career as a sophomore. Had 1 start last year at center.
Offensive line has allowed only 1 sack in 8 quarters this year. Timeout on the field.
Well, we just mentioned Jackson Mateo. Lambert calling for the ball, and Mateo didn't get him the football. When you look at Louisville's defense, the Food Lion starting lineups with Louisville's defense, their linebackers are outstanding. Burgess Malden is a next-level player. He's the guy that Virginia's going to have to find and get him blocked. Gaines led them in interceptions a year ago, but really Malden, big-time player.
Zachary Swanson comes into the ball game for the Cavaliers. He's 6'6". They're looking for matchups. Mizell in the ball game, too, for the Cavaliers. Here's the little swing to him. That's a lateral. That ball's live. Cardinals have it. That's going to be Louisville football. Cavaliers did not get on the ball, but that was a lateral.
There's no question about it. And Lambert almost tries to hand the football to Mizell. Look at a little dink throw. Mizell takes his eyes off the ball because of the defender in his face. DeBose. An excellent job of Louisville understanding the situation, get on the football.
Oh, my. This is not the start that the Wahoos wanted here at Scott Stadium. Turnovers a big, big key today. But if you see what they've done this year, well, they've been forcing the turnovers.
Well, they have been, but Louisville, if you go back over the last couple seasons, and I know this is a different staff, they feed on the other team's turnovers, and just another one there.
Flag down. Cardinals win early.
False start. Offense number 53. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Louisville's had only 10 penalties all year, 76 yards. They get one here.
Yeah, Big Jake Smith, the guy we talked about, all-conference performer a year ago. Now they shift away from the All-American football conference to slide over to the ACC, their first year in the ACC. But Jake Smith, good player no matter what conference he's playing in.
Louisville has won 8 straight games, 2nd longest streak in the nation to Florida State. Gardner, 3-step drop, timing pattern. This is James Quick, still on his feet to the 45-yard line.
A big part of the game is going to be perimeter tackling as well. We talked about the offensive line, but there really hasn't been anybody for Louisville step up as a vertical threat. Devontae Parker, who is a big-time wide receiver, broke his foot in the preseason, and he hasn't been able to play, won't play for the next couple of weeks. So they're trying to find somebody. So it's about horizontal passing, and that means getting the ball out in the flat to a guy like Quick and making somebody miss.
Still, Bobby Petrino's teams have passed for over 200 yards in 47 of the last 50 games. Cavaliers all over this. Run a little draw, didn't fool anybody.
Yeah, good play again by Coley. Henry Coley, this guy is a big-time player now. He's going to play off the edge. They've got him playing outside. We've seen him rush the passer from out there. Now he knifes in and makes the play on the delay handoff. Led the team in tackles a year ago, and no different this year. He leads the team in tackles again.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Will Gardner is your quarterback. It'll be third down. It was intended for Michael Lee Harris, I think.
Yeah, much more physical was Virginia that time at the line of scrimmage. And so they did a good job of knocking people around. So it muddied the look a little bit for Gardner. And so Gardner late throwing just kind of threw the ball away.
All right, let's keep an eye at Henry Coley. Henry Coley is the guy that brings the heat. Gardner rolls right, and he's got plenty of room. Will he get to the first down markers? No. Cavaliers made a stop.
Premature snap there. We talked about the center and Tobiah Hughley, another young guy playing center. He snapped the ball too soon. Lambert wasn't ready for the football, so it blew up the play.
Interesting. John Tenuto is moving Henry Coley around that defense and finding space for him to get some pressure.
There's Mike Archer. Coaches the secondary, coaches the safeties on this Virginia team. He and John Tenuto have worked together so well over the years. Now part of the staff here at Virginia.
Ryan Johnson back to punt for the Cards. Alex Shepard standing at his own 10. This is a high knuckleball. He'll fair catch it at the 15. So a 35-yard punt. Pretty good hang time, 3.8 seconds. And the Cavaliers will start right there. Their second offensive series. They turned it over the first one after getting some big chunks. But the Cards lead 7-0. We'll be back.
Tom and Tommy in the studio. A Hyundai update. Coach, ECU leads Virginia Tech 21-0 in the first quarter.
I thought they would move the ball. I did not think they would move this effectively. Shane Carden playing lights out.
Shane Carden with that TD pass to make it 21-0. Then Pittsburgh at Florida International. And look at this. Alex Mago, 57 yards to Glenn Coleman. 16-0 FIU.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. Here in Charlottesville, it's Louisville 7 and Virginia 0. First down, Cavaliers. This is Mazzell, and there's nowhere to go up the middle. He may have lost a yard. This is the third meeting in this series. Louisville beat Virginia 30-28 in 1988. Virginia won 16-15 the following season. But it's been a long time, and now they meet in the Atlantic Coast Conference.
Yeah, and it's going to be important for Virginia to have some success on first down. Did not there.
Second down and 9. Underneath they go. This is complete to Mazzell. Taquan Mazzell picks up 2.
Yeah, Rachel talked about Mazzell and his importance to this team, not only running the football, but catching the ball out of the backfield. Mazzell going to swing out, get him on a linebacker. Nice back to the inside on the angle route. Good solid tackling by Kelsey. Pressure that time in the face was Lorenzo Malden in the face of Lambert.
Coaches talked about success today would depend on the quarterback performance and production on third downs. That's one of the keys right here, because it'll be third down and 7. Lambert throws underneath. He's got the first down. Panine Severin makes the catch. It's a pickup of 8. That should be enough for the first, and it is. They move the chains.
Well, really good protection up front. Malden blitzes through the middle, and they pick him up. Good job of Lambert standing tall, and really a nice job by Severin to catch the football. And here's the protection up front. That's Malden coming straight ahead. Good job of picking him up, as well as the other 5 rushers. And then a good job of Lambert finding Severin coming underneath.
Kane and Severin bobbled the ball a little bit, but got across the chain. First down, Wahoos. This is a timeout, Virginia. Again, there's some confusion. And the Virginia fans don't like it. You know, the game ended against UCLA with the Cavaliers driving, and they kept running the ball. Johns was reading his wristband incorrectly. They were calling for a pass. We'll be back after this word from your local ACC station.
Bow tie!
Saturday in the fall here at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains means ACC fans like to get their bow time with Bojangles. And the folks at Bojangles like to tell us that you want to tailgate everything. Big bow box filled with Bojangles chicken, biscuits, and fixins and tea, and the whole works. Remember, it's always bow time when you're tailgating, and they do it well here in Charlottesville. First down at 10, Cavaliers. Parks back in the ball game. Lambert throws a little screen, sets it up. This is Parks. Parks out to the 34. Gain of 5. Our 1st and 10 line is brought to you by YP.com, the even more powerful Yellow Pages. One app, one site. YP can do that.
Well, we just saw, I think, what Virginia does as well as anybody in the country, not just in the ACC, and that's screen. A 3-count screen game is excellent. Kevin Parks is phenomenal.
Leading rusher in the Atlantic Coast Conference. They need to get him going. Here he is. Across the 40s, got a first down. They move the chains. Cavaliers on the march. James Semple came up and made the tackle after a gain of 9.
Now, when this team is right, it's hard to find Kevin Parks. He's not the biggest player in the world at 5'8", but he's an excellent job of getting lost in behind that offensive line. Let's go down to the sideline with Rachel O'Moore.
Guys, I talked to Kevin Parks this week, and he said they're anxious, this team, to prove the media wrong. They're anxious to have success, to prove to everybody how good of a coach Coach London is. It was painful for him last year. It's painful for these players, and they're ready for success.
Here's Parks again. Tiptoes through the line of scrimmage, then burst. He's a hide-and-seek runner. Hides behind the big guys and seeks that hole and explodes and picks up 5.
Now, talk about first down success now. All of a sudden, Virginia in this drive kind of doing what they like to do. Screen, run the football, and they've done a nice job on first down. Here you are, 2nd and 5. Perfect situation for offensive coordinator Steve Fairchild.
Mazzell comes back in the ball game and joins Parks. Mazzell goes in motion. This is Parks again. Slips 1, but can't go too much farther. Picks up 2. Deontrez Mount made the tackle.
Now, this will be the battle up front, but again, even though you only picked up a yard there, you're in a very manageable 3rd down situation. Here's where Lambert, as the quarterback's got to make good decisions with the football, and Steve Fairchild, former NFL coach, now finds those matchups, try to get his guys the boy. Here's this offense, inexperienced up front. They're a good screen team, as we talked about, and they're looking for somebody to threaten it down the field.
Mazzell comes way down to the bottom of the screen. Lambert over the middle, incomplete, and almost picked off. It was intended for Zachary Swanson, the tight end.
Yeah, just a tad behind Swanson, too. You're going to have this hand fighting on the inside. Kelsey playing him at the middle backer spot. That's a ball that Swanson will be the first guy to tell you he's got to catch that football. Extend the drive. Ball a little behind him, but those are the kind of catches you have to make as a tight end.
Zinalek in to punt it away for the Cavaliers. So they're 0 for 2 possessions. Guy Dela Cruz will be standing at the 10. It's a pretty good punt. This will hit inside the 10 and into the end zone for a touchback. A 52-yard punt, but he couldn't get the backspin on the wedge. Hey, today's coverage of ACC football is being broadcast on AFN, the American Forces Network. We welcome the nearly 1 million men and women of the U.S. Armed Forces stationed around the globe in 175 countries and on the high seas. We're so proud to have you with us and hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Brigadier General Stuart Risch with the coin toss today, and we certainly do appreciate what he does on Military Appreciation Day here in Charlottesville, Scott Stadium. Here's a handoff to Brown. Dominique Brown is tackled rather rudely by Henry Coley.
But the play set up, Tim, by Eli Harold setting the edge. It really delays Dominic Brown to get started. Watch Harold, number 7. Going to fight up the field, set the edge. Now Brown has to dip back to the inside, and here comes Coley to dust him off and put him on the ground. Excellent play. Team defense right there.
Coley was the ACC Player of the Week after the UCLA game. He had 14 tackles against the Bruins. He's got 4 already here in the first quarter. Cavaliers are coming. Ball's tipped. Ball's picked. Inside the 20 to the 15. Still on his feet inside the 15. Anthony Harris with the interception, his first of the year. As Arch mentioned earlier, he led the nation with 8 a year ago.
It's his 10th career interception. You mentioned the 8 a year ago, and he said, you know what, in the first couple of games, nobody really throwing my way. Mike Archer, the new safety coach here at Virginia, said, be patient. It'll come your way. This ball's tipped in the air, and this kid's a ball hawk. Good hands at the line of scrimmage. It looked like maybe Coley bats the ball in the air, and Harris is there. Great opportunity to maybe put something on the board. Here he is a year ago. 8 INTs, just a pure ball hawk. Wherever the ball is, he's got great hands, does an outstanding job. of catching the football, had 5 consecutive games of interceptions a year ago.
This is Parks looking for a hole right side, gets a block inside the 10. And finally, the Cavalier faithful have something to cheer about.
Now, the first time we've seen Virginia try to test the edge of this Louisville defense, a very good defense in their own right, and did a good job again on first down, over 5 yards on the Parks carry.
Steve Fairchild, the offensive coordinator in his second year, with better playmakers this year. We'll see how he does here in the red zone. Second down, Lambert looks at the defense. Checks right into a blitz.
Actually, I don't think he changed the play, Tim, and that's the problem, is he had a good look of what they're potentially coming with. James Burgess comes in and makes the play. Both linebackers are creeping up around the line of scrimmage. Lambert delayed the count. I don't think he changed the play. Here they are. Here are both the linebackers. Burgess is the guy that's going to make the play, but both of them are coming.
And they were both leaning. They should have been able to read them. Third down and 10.
Well, if you're Louisville, you're very careful now, because I talked about how good Virginia is in the screen game. You're not too close down here to screen the football.
40 seconds. Then start both clocks on my signal.
So they're adjusting the clock management. Once they adjust them, he says start them on my signal. And there's the signal.
I'd be surprised if Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator of Louisville, comes with pressure here. I think he'll play coverage. He'll try to make Louisville check the ball down, rally up tackle. But this is where screen comes in with Kevin Parks.
Or a mismatch with one of those short DBs. Going to the corner. Touchdown, Virginia. Miles Gooch.
Miles Gooch came into today with just 3 receptions in his career. Tim mentioned 6'3" and another high point catch for the big wide receiver Miles Gooch. This one's for a touchdown, and all that was a fade jump ball, and he let his big 6'3" wide receiver go get it.
6'3" against 5'9", and 6'3" will win that quite often. Now they'll adjust for the extra point. Ian Fry is pretty good. He's been consistent. He's going to try to tie the game here. We're tied at 7 with 23 seconds to play in the first quarter. Well, it's a busy day in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Let's go back to Charlotte and check in with Tom and Tommy.
Time for a Hyundai update from the studio. Georgia Tech piling on Georgia Southern. They get another score right here. Oh, this is Syracuse. Syracuse on the move. They roll into the end zone with a defensive touchdown. And the Cuse has the lead 10-3 in the second quarter.
That's good. Syracuse kind of battling there a little bit. We'll see Syracuse next week, Tim, as we travel up to Syracuse to see Maryland and Syracuse go head-to-head.
Hey, Arch, let's take a look at what's on the Ruby Tuesday game menu for today in the Atlantic Coast Conference. There's Syracuse that we'll see next week, going against Central Michigan.
We saw Georgia Southern in week 1 against NC State. Georgia Tech laying the wood right now in the second quarter. And Virginia Tech really struggling coming off that huge win. Here's the games, the slate of games later on today. Of course, USC travels to Boston College, and the people at Chestnut Hill are getting ready for that one.
Man, how about those scores? Panthers and Hokies in some trouble. Well, we got a pretty good one so far here in the first quarter in Charlottesville. This is Corbin Lamb. Lamb can scoop. And a late flag comes in at the end of it. That's never good if you're a special teamer.
During the return, holding 46 of the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
So holding against Louisville will back it way up.
Now let's give some credit to the Virginia offense in taking advantage of the turnover. Louisville turns the football over, sudden change situation. Their defense was not able to respond. Virginia's offense was able to respond, and Mike London's team shoves one in the end zone to tie this one up.
Cardinal coaches go over and talk to Atkins about holding. He was the guilty party. It brings up first down and 10 with 18 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Well, Arch, we talked about the 2 times these 2 teams played before. A 2-point game and a 1-point game. Maybe we'll get one here this afternoon. L.J. Scott comes into the ball game along with Dominique Brown. So their 2 best runners are in the game. First down, Louisville. Poorest field position of the game so far for the Cardinals, and incomplete on first down.
Boy, really well played, Tim. They got a little bit of pressure, but it's a play fake, and they're going to try to get Brown in the flat, and Romero is all over the play. So really a nice job of diagnosing play action by Virginia's defense.
Good pressure by Moore, good coverage by Romero. Second down and 10.
That's a good linebacker core. Eli Romero, 13 right there, is one of them. But this group of Valles, Romero, and Coley, big time.
Cardinals have gotten away from the run a little bit here. Now they go back to it. Brown has a big hole. Brown spins his way across the 20. And that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Daquan Romero makes the tackle after a gain of 9. 15 minutes down. Louisville and Virginia tied at 7 at Thomas Jefferson University. Welcome back to Scott Stadium in Charlottesville, where we are tied at 7. Louisville and Virginia. Cardinals scored first, made it look easy. Will Gardner, the quarterback for the Cards, started 5 for 5, but he went 0 for his last 3, threw an interception, and Lambert found Gooch in the end zone to tie the game. First down, Louisville. Or correction, third down, Louisville. And they have a first down. A little bit ahead of myself. You're going to get that first down. Take a look at the first quarter statistics. North Carolina Education Lottery. And this year, the North Carolina Education Lottery will contribute more than $500 million to help meet North Carolina's education needs. You can learn more at nc-educationlottery.org.
Now, Louisville just converted on third down, make that 1 of 3 now. But good job by Virginia in the first quarter, 2 of 3.
Swinging out quickly. This is James Quick. He's got a first down. Flags come in. There are 3 flags sitting around the 30-yard line after a gain of 12. Looks like flag day.
Yeah, need a clothesline for all the lines around the field.
Holding, offense number 6, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's Eli Rogers, the receiver, tried to get a block and was holding. Here's a guy they like in the lineup, Arch.
Devontae Parker suffered the foot injuries you see there. He's out 6 to 8 weeks, but this guy's a phenomenal football player. 113 career receptions, 28 touchdowns. He had 12 touchdowns a year ago. They can't wait to get this kid back on the field. Now they're going to have to wait. And evidently his rehab is really going well. Talking about the swelling being down in the foot. I had a chance to talk to Bobby before the game, and they're optimistic about when Devontae Parker may be back.
Straight ahead they go with Brown. Yeah, there's no question about that. I mean, he's an NFL-type receiver. He broke that bone in his left foot. They said he'd be out 6 to 8 weeks, but you're right. He's way ahead of schedule, and they're hoping, he'll be back in no time.
So it's an offense that's really struggling to find a down-the-field guy. That's who Devontae Parker is. So someone else is going to have to step up. James Quick is one of those guys that Bobby feels potentially could get down the field for him, but they've become a little bit more of a horizontal passing team as opposed to the vertical threat that he wants.
Second down, Louisville needs 13. They chase Gardner to the right side and throws incomplete. Good coverage in the flats again by Henry Coley, who's having one whale of a game.
Yeah, good pressure by Ehigh Harold as well. Coley and Harold, you expect those two guys to show up. Coley, the leading tackler, all over the field. Harold, number 7, rushing from the backside, relentless, gets to the big quarterback and forces him to throw the ball a little wide right there. And now they force 3rd and long, and this is really where John Tenuta's defense is a nightmare, because you really got to find the defensive front. They do a great job with stunning and twisting up front.
Virginia has 10 takeaways this year. That's what set up their touchdown to tie the game. This is 3rd down and long, and it's batted down again. Max Vallis was all over it. Extended those long arms. He's 6'5", made himself about 7 feet and banged it down.
Yeah, really a nice job of elevating the hands. And Vallis, as you mentioned, is a great big athlete. Talked to John Tenuta yesterday about him. Said, boy, Vallis coming on a little bit. Looks like some of those techniques you taught him as a freshman. He says, yeah, he ran around like he had all day to go and nowhere to go. Or all day to do it and nowhere to go. We couldn't sort it out. Now he seems to have an idea where he's going.
Ryan Johnson gets a good high punt, but it's short. Shepard will come up and take it at the 37-yard line, and the Cavaliers are going to have good field position after a 41-yard punt. 4.6 seconds hang time got the Cardinals all over it. But with 13-17 remaining in the half, here come the Cavaliers.
ACC football is brought to you by Haviland, official motor oil of the ACC, by Hardee's, and by Progressive Insurance.
Tim, back here in Charlottesville, and we've got a tight one at 7-7. And this was the guy that we thought might be one of the featured players in today's game, and Lorenzo Malden. And really, Virginia's done a pretty good job against him. In fact, you see the reaction to the touchdown. He didn't like it.
Khalid Shepard with a big gainer, 1st down for the Cavaliers. It's a pickup of 11, and the Wahoos are on the move.
Well, this is part of that running back stable, Tim, you were talking about. Here comes Shepard in the game. We talked about Parks and Mazzell. Now Shepard gets his opportunity. Another smallish back, difficult to locate. Hits it straight ahead.
Gerard Holloman made the tackle. Here they pass over the middle. Short completion goes to Miles Gooch. Pickup of 2. Gooch having a nice day today. He's got 3 catches.
Well, that equals his career coming in. He has 3 catches coming in. So, yeah, Gooch stepping up big time. They needed someone to do that. They lost some receivers to graduation. Jennings has come back as their kind of their senior guy there. And even though Gooch is a senior, just didn't have the numbers.
Yeah, exactly right.
Does today.
Just picks up his 1st touchdown here today as well. This is Shepard again, and Shepard's across the 45, inside the 45, pickup of 4. Malden makes the tackle.
Let's take a look at Lorenzo Malden. We just talked about him coming back from break. Here's Malden playing off the block of the tackle. Now folds back inside and gets around the ankles of Shepard, but a good pickup again. Now here you are at 3rd and 4 with your Steve Fairchild, very manageable, and you could bet Malden's going to be one of those guys rushing the passer.
Lorenzo Malden, the captain of the defense, returns from last year, bigger, stronger. Had 9.5 sacks last year. As you look at Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator, who went to a 3-4, but it's very flexible. Again, a quick drop, throws a strike over the middle. The ball is loose, and Severin dropped it. It's incomplete. Let's go back to Charlotte and get an update on that Pittsburgh game from Tom.
Thank you, Tim. Hyundai update. Pittsburgh at FIU. Chad Wojtek will do it himself. 32 yards to the end zone. 16-7. Pitt trails FIU late in the 2nd quarter. Just the 2nd ever meeting between them.
How about
Tom,
Wojtek running for a touchdown? Supposed to be a stand-up quarterback running for touchdown.
Yeah, hey, that drop pass a minute ago was big because the Cavaliers punted away, and now the Cardinals get it back. And it was only a 32-yard punt, so they back them up a little bit, but not as badly as they thought. 11:31 to play in the 1st half. We'll be back. You are watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports. Also streaming live now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Closed captioning for ACC football, as you know, brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's Bo time. It's Cardinal time. They have 1st down at the 14-yard line. 11:31 to play in the 1st half. Virginia's defense overruns it. Dominic Brown goes down when they come back to get him.
Boy, they're so aggressive up front. Nice play there by the entire team defense. Will Gardner started off really well, Tim. 5 for 5 through the touchdown pass, but since then, just 1 of 6. And the big interception on the tip pass that led to Virginia's touchdown.
It'll bring up 2nd down and long, almost 10.
Now this front 7 from Virginia flat gets after you. They're going to bring their pads. They're going to come and play hard. And they may be a little undersized in a position or two, but that doesn't keep them from getting after you.
Cavaliers drop back in coverage and looking at the screen. Well defended by Virginia. It was intended for Dominic Brown. And David Dean was there to break it up. There is a flag. And it's going to be against Louisville.
Illegal formation, offense, 5 players in the backfield. Penalty is declined. 3rd down.
The AP Top 25 is brought to you by Progressive Insurance.
Virginia Tech in a little bit of trouble. East Carolina getting after him up there in Lane Stadium. But you see Louisville at 21. Clemson, big win last week, really dominated South Carolina State. So 4 creeping into that top 25.
Louisville just 1 for 4 on 3rd down conversions today. Dela Cruz and Rogers, bottom of the screen. Gardner looks right, throws right, incomplete. He had Rogers open. David Dean was coming with the pressure, and he released it probably before Rogers was ready.
Now David Dean is the key to the play. Dean swims to the inside, and Will Gardner can't step into the throw, can't get his feet set or anything, and the throw is going to be behind Rogers, way behind Rogers. No chance to adjust to the football, but David Dean, give him the big credit there. Nice swim move to the inside and drops the hit on Gardner.
So Virginia should get excellent field position here. Khalid Shepard standing at his own 40. Johnson's punt is a good one. This is a high spiraling punt, and fair caught by Khalid Shepard, but it is good field position after a 42-yard punt. Fans, are you competing in today's rivalry on the ACC Football Challenge gaming app? Square off against this week's opponent's fan base in this second screen challenge. Download ACC Football Challenge from Apple and Google Play app stores to get into the action. Will Louisville or Virginia fans pull out the victory today? We'll check back with you shortly. Meanwhile, let's go down to Rachel on the sidelines.
Guys, it's really the tale of 2 benches down here. I went over to the Louisville sideline, hands on their hips, really upset. Virginia is all about it. And London said every year a team's identity is reborn. This year it's execution, performance, and production, guys.
Yeah, no question about that. Sun has come out since Virginia has started playing well. Lambert throws over the middle. Really well defended. It was intended for Severin.
They never found James Sample. Sample's the safety, and Sample's reading the eyes of the quarterback. This play took a little bit to develop, and Lambert locked onto his big tight end, and subsequently Sample locked onto Lambert, and he almost got there for the interception.
Sample playing a solid game in that secondary for the Cards.
Yeah, a guy they brought in this year, junior college transfer. Spent some time at American River College, was at Washington for a while.
Lambert looks deep. This will be way overthrown. But again, they were going for a pretty good matchup there because Levrone had the size advantage.
We talked about it at the beginning of the game. You got to find 94 and get him blocked if you're Virginia. Here comes Lorenzo Molden off the edge, swims to the inside, makes the fullback block miss, and then he makes Lambert pay. And what you said, Tim, he made him unload the football well before he wanted to. Molden, that's who he is, a big-time player off the edge. And they're moving him around. We've seen him rush from inside. We've seen him play to the outside. He's a matchup problem.
All the wineries in this area were packed earlier. Now they're coming into the stadium. Lambert has a little bit of time. Now steps up. And it's intercepted. Intercepted. There is a flag. But Holloman has the pick. Molden is down. He's having a tough time getting up.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 25. Penalty is declined. Result of the play is an interception. 1st down.
So Kevin Parks with the chop block. Holloman with the interception.
Let's see if we can pick it up. 25 is Parks. See, Malden is locked up with the lineman. Parks hits him down low. This is the chop block right here. It's on Malden, 94. He's locked on. He's engaged with an offensive lineman. He cannot go low and hit a defensive player. And then really a forced throw to the inside by Lambert. Just a poor decision and an easy interception as Holloman steps in for the change of possession. Good to see Lorenzo Malden up, I'm sure. We'll have Rachel all over that. Rachel will give us an indication of what's going on with Lorenzo Malden.
Dr. Rachel Barbeau is on the case. 10:15 to play in the first half. It's been a good one.
Well, Virginia had played the game there, Tim, as far as field position goes, and now they get the takeaway. And there's a look at the drives. First drive, they dominated time of possession, 75 yards, put a touchdown on the board. Last four, really, Virginia's had their way with them on the defensive side of the ball.
So the Cavaliers have 2 turnovers so far in the ball game. Brown and Atkins. Brown goes in motion, goes to the top of the screen. Gardner has plenty of time, tries to go over the top. It was intended for James Quick. Incomplete. Boy, there was some bumping and grinding going down that sideline. PNC Bank presents our hardest working player, Arch.
Well, Hughley, the center, is a kid that he walked on. His parents were selling, were working for fish fries, also just trying to work every which way they could to get their kid into school. And the kid is now ultimately on scholarship. But it's a great story about a kid that just kept grinding, working hard, trying to fight through it, as well as his parents as well. He's our hardest working player.
Second down at 10, they go with the run. This is Brown. Another flag is down. He picks up 3 yards, but we'll wait to see what the flag is. Yeah, I agree with you. That is a great score. Big and 2, 6'3", 284.
Holding, offense number 18, 10-yard penalty, second down.
That's the big old tight end, Gerald Christian. Let's go back to Charlotte, check in with Tom.
Justin Thomas to DeAndre Smelter. This is going 57 yards behind the secondary. 35-10 Georgia Tech late in the second.
Well, that's the nightmare with Georgia Tech now, to try to commit sword resources line of scrimmage, stop the run. And if Justin Thomas starts doing that too, you're throwing the ball, good night. You got no chance to defend Georgia Tech.
Drive home safely, everybody. Second down and 20 after the penalty. Gardner throws over the middle. Did he hold on? Incomplete. Eli Rogers looked like he had it. Went to the ground, incomplete. Let's go down to Rachel. Dr. Barbeau, what do you have?
Yeah, guys, I talked to the head trainer of Louisville about Malden, and he said he just got the wind knocked out of him, but they're actually poking him in the ribs over here and spraying some sort of concoction on him, so I'll keep an eye on Lorenzo Malden.
All right, trying to freeze whatever it is.
Okay. They're good on third down, but this is third in a lifetime right here.
Yeah, well, Gardner's been spraying it all over the field. That's incomplete. And that won't freeze anybody. He's 1 for his last 11.
Well, let's take a look at Henry Coley. He's been all over the field today. He sees screen right now. And a senior linebacker closes and makes sure there's nothing going on. Virginia's defense since the opening drive, you saw the graphic, 75 yards for that Louisville team. They have been limited big time since then.
Ryan Johnson comes on to punt for Louisville. And Shepard is standing at the 25. Again, this is a high knuckleball. Shepard takes it on the run, tries to get outside, around the corner, and almost made it. That's an 31-yard punt and a 12-yard return.
I know you'll appreciate this, Jim. Anytime a defense does a good job like that, big time, stop in a sudden change situation. We'll be back after this local break.
Today's game is brought to you in part by the Principal Financial Group. I'm going to take you out of Scott Stadium and take you over to Lambeth Field. Work began there on 1901 on the 21-acre sports facility. That's the old stadium. That's where they used to play. They still do play baseball and lacrosse and track in there, practicing the beautiful place.
You had a tackle or two there?
I played right here, partner.
Oh, okay. Kevin Parks squirts through there and picks up 3 yards. And this is an important series of downs now for Virginia because they've done a good job of keeping field position in their favor. For Louisville, it's obviously important here to try to shut the door on a short field opportunity.
Second down, they call it 7. This is Mazzell. And Taquan Mazzell's got a first down for Virginia. Keith Kelsey made the stop after a gain of 9.
Now these linebackers are active. James Burgess going to flow down the line of scrimmage trying to mirror Mazzell, and he's there. But Mazzell runs through the arm tackle. Does a really good job of running hard and hits it up the field and gets the first down. Good hard running by Mazzell. Really a good job by Burgess to shadow him. Just didn't finish the play.
I asked the coaches how Mazzell does. They said he leads the team in oohs and ahs since spring. Matt Johns now the quarterback. He comes in. See if he can spark a little something on this drive. He threw 2 touchdowns in the opener. 4 for 7 and rallied Virginia again last week against Richmond.
Well, they've done a really good job of kind of mixing and matching the 2 quarterbacks. You mentioned both of them have played in the 2 games. Lambert struggled against UCLA on the opening weekend. In came Johns through a couple touchdowns. All of a sudden, that's a 1-score game late in the football game. And then last week, Johns struggled a little bit, and Lambert went 13 of 15. So they've pushed the buttons in the right ways for these quarterbacks.
Johns is faced here with 2nd and long. Steps up and throws and almost picked off again. Sample had a beat on it, got his hands on it. It would have been a tough catch, but Kelsey again with the pressure.
Now, excellent pressure again, and Louisville now starting to get something going with the pressure on the quarterback. There's Kelsey with the hit. Here's Gooch trying to find some place to hook up, and because he had to wait, the ball was just a tad late. Opened the door, and Sample almost stole one and go the other way for Todd Grantham's defense.
So Matt Johns, the 6'5", 210-pound sophomore quarterback, now faced with 3rd down and almost 8. They set up the screen. It doesn't fool anybody. The ball is loose. And it looks like the Cavaliers got it back. It'll be 4th down, and they'll have to punt it away.
Boy, Holloman is laying some lumber today. That's the safety coming up with a big hit. Let's take a look at the pressure first. Gets in the face of Johns. Johns continues to retreat and gets the ball to Jennings. But really, it was about Holloman, number 8, going to come up with the big lick right there. He's the guy that jarred the ball out on the last 3rd down situation when Jennings had the football and the ball was jarred out.
Great job by Gooch to get it back. Zenelik punts it away. To try to pooch it inside the 10. He does, and it'll be downed at the 3. A 41-yard punt. Good hang time and great coverage. Anthony Harris has already had a pick. We'll see him on the defensive end when we come back. 6:54 to play in the first.
Time for a Hyundai update. Pittsburgh at FIU. Chad Voitic, 18 yards to Tyler Boyd. Great catch in the end zone. Pittsburgh with the TD. Halftime, FIU by 2.
All right, Tom, thank you. Virginia with its 2nd punt inside the 20 today. This is the worst starting position for Louisville all afternoon. First down for the Cards. Bang it out across the 5 to the 7.
Dominic Brown, the block carrier for Louisville.
Dominic Brown running the football in behind that big offensive line, trying to get some room. That right side of that offensive line is the area they really like to fold in behind Brown and Miller. Try to get some push.
Offensive line averages 304 pounds. Stumble away from center. Big hole. Look out to the 19-yard line. First down for the Cardinals. Dominique Brown finally tackled by Anthony Harris.
Again, getting in behind those big guys up front. 79 and 70. Good block. Good solid block by Christian, the tight end in the hole. And Brown hits it in behind. That's a big first down for Louisville.
Let's see if Will Gardner can heat up a little bit. Started hot, went cold, as you said, Arch. Here he's throwing over the top. Well defended by Phelps. Brandon Phelps was all over James Quick, jumped in his hip pocket, rode him inside out, and knocked it away.
Now 18 starts, veteran player Phelps, man coverage all the way. Boy, got away with a little bit of hand fighting there as they tried to fight, as Quick tried to fight back to the inside. I think that Louisville sideline might have had a little bit of an argument, but good job by Phelps knocking the ball out.
Brings up 2nd down and 10. Gardner just 1 for his last 12. That includes an interception. Ball's on the ground. Dominic Brown can't get it back. The Cavaliers have it. And here come the Wahoos.
Boy, this is inexcusable for Louisville here. This is just an easy handoff here. And you see Coach Petrino really upset here. This is just, it was a play. It looked like he was trying to play fake it, and he hit Brown on the elbow. I'm not sure they were trying to throw a screen. I think this is a screen. He's just going to play fake and throw to the outside, and the ball's knocked out by Brown on the fake.
This is how the Cavaliers have been making their hay, though, Arch. And that is now 11 takeaways for this Virginia defense this year.
And another great short field opportunity for Mike Lendenstein.
Matt Johns in the ball game. Kevin Parks the setback. This is Parks across the line of scrimmage. Boy, that was a good initial push by the offensive line of Virginia. Picks up 4 when there really wasn't much there.
Well, the big takeaway that Virginia had in the first quarter led to a touchdown, and so this Louisville defense realizes these sudden change situations are going to happen. You don't expect it twice inside your own 20, but this is an opportunity. They've got to answer the call here.
You just want to give Kevin Parks a crease, because if he gets in that 2nd level, look out. 7th all-time in touchdowns at the University of Virginia. Johnson's going to throw the out pattern to the 10. That's Severin again. Picks up 4.
Just a 4-man rush, zone coverage, throw the ball to the outside, take what they're giving is what Johns is doing.
Hey, Arch, let's take a look at our Haviland defensive shield.
This was as good as it gets last year. Only one team, Florida State, was around the same number as Louisville. They led the country in total defense a year ago, and they got a lot of those people back.
Third down for Virginia. Johns rolls right. Throws to the end zone into coverage. Was it picked? Yes. Intercepted. Intercepted by Jared Holloman, his 2nd.
Boy, he had to throw. He was just late with the throw on this one. Tim, as we look into we got a Louisville player down in the end zone, but this late decision, he's got the early throw right now. Throw it, loop it up over the back or over the back, but he throws it too flat, and just an easy interception for Holloman. Looked like Holloman.
Wow, great opportunity for Virginia, and they squander it. Give it right back. What a game Holloman's playing. He's got 2 picks. That's 3 for the season. Andrew Johnson is down. They're working on him. Andrew Johnson, the senior quarterback. Well, while we have a second, the ACC and your local Toyota dealers are unlocking the ACC archives. You can relive over 60 classic football games, all for free. Now, we head back to 1995. Virginia upset Florida State 33-28. Tiki Barber stole the spotlight. 193 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. But the Virginia defense stopped the Seminoles at the goal line, right there. That was the game. Still controversial. We still talk about it. Still argue about it. Visit theacc.com/vault. It's brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places.
I know work done. I think he might have been in there.
I thought you were going to say, I know work done. And you're no work done.
Oh, boy. Well, Louisville will start at their own 1-yard line. Their average start position today has been their own 19. UVA started on their own 48, so decidedly field position advantage for UVA, but they have not been able to take advantage of it.
Brown and Atkins in the backfield behind Gardner. stopped right at the goal line. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Daquan Romero got there first.
Now watch Virginia commit the bodies to the line of scrimmage. Blow up the fullback by Coley. And then here come his defensive mates led by Harris, the safety, to make the tackle.
Eli Harrell trying to get the crowd going, and they're raising the roof off the sky.
Well, sometimes this gets a little crowded down here, and you can take a shot off your own goal line. Now you have to protect, but you usually have one-on-one coverage on the outside.
Three-step drop throw to the outside, breaks a tackle, got the first, and Dela Cruz all the way out to the 24-yard line, marking at the 25.
Oh, just got to make the tackle. You're going to go one-on-one on the outside. Excellent job of catching the football, and then a quick move by Dela Cruz to get up the field, but a missed tackle by Tim Harris on the outside. When you commit those people around the line of scrimmage, you're going to have to go one-on-one on the outside. And Mike Archer, who helps coach those safeties in the secondary, been a defensive coordinator in his career. Good coach.
Here's Scott. Scott breaks a tackle. Picks up 3 tough yards. Big time play out of the 1-yard line by Will Gardner.
And how about Coach Petrino trusting his young quarterback? Made a mistake on the last series of downs, drops the football. They're backed up in their own end. Immediately goes right back to Will Gardner. Says, hey, you need to make a throw for us to get it off the goal line. That's the trust that Coach Petrino has in his big quarterback.
Yeah, said he was sold on Gardner in the spring. And Gardner with 32 for 37 and 4 touchdowns in the spring game. Scott the lone setback. They fake to him, throw the screen, incomplete. It was intended for Christian.
Big pressure by David Dean again. We mentioned David Dean earlier. He gets in the face of Gardner, and Gardner just kind of ultimately just throws the football away. So another big third down situation here. Virginia trying to keep field position, and Louisville trying to get something going on offense that they haven't done since the opening drive.
1 for 6 on third down conversions. That's what you're talking about. Third down and 6 here. Picked off by the Cavaliers. Maurice Kennedy.
Boy, just a poor throw by Will Gardner. He actually gets great protection. He's got a shot to throw this in the slot and just airmails the throw. And a good job of picking it off, being in the right place at the right time. Ooh, the route's just going to run an out route right here, and he just airmails the throw.
This is a gift. You're right.
Third inside receiver runs the out route. I'm sorry. And just airmails the throw. Canada with the interception.
So Virginia has good field position again. We'll see if they can do something with it. Matt Johns still the quarterback. This is Parks. He split the 2 tacklers and dives ahead for a gain of 4.
Well, this says a lot about what they think of Johns. Johns throws the interception deep in Louisville territory and gets another opportunity to come in. Malden's been down a few times. 94 back up, running around.
Well, he's playing hard, isn't he? Ball's caught on the deflection, and Miles Gooch takes it to the 25. How about that?
Well, sometimes drawn up. Sometimes better lucky than good. As Gaines closes and knocks the ball out, pops right up in the air, and Gooch has got it.
Smart play by Gooch. There's Parks again.
It's been a while since we've seen the screen. It's something I think Virginia does extremely well. They've not seen a screen out of this. Steve Fairchild likes to call that to any one of his backs.
Kevin Parks comes out of the game.
This is
Shepard back in.
That's what you talk about. Virginia got to take advantage. Third time they've started inside Louisville territory. Just 1 touchdown to mark up.
Backside pressure, incomplete. Boy, B.J. DeBose came hard. Rankins came in.
Had it set up where they wanted to throw the swing screen. Talked about screen. They're going to try to get the ball in the right flat to Shepard. And just was nothing there because of the pressure. Good job of Louisville sorting it out. Really had a man all over Shepard in the right flat.
So all of a sudden the Cavaliers are faced with 3rd down and 8 again.
And here's North Johns has to learn from his last sequence. Do an interception on the 1-yard line. He's got to take care of the football if you're Virginia here and make sure they have an opportunity to kick a field goal if they don't get the first down.
Ian Fry's longest field goal this season was only 35 yards. Malik Shepard is your carrier. He'll be short of a first. He picks up 6, but it now puts it within Ian Fry's range.
Well, actually took the decision out of John's hands. They ran the football instead of letting the young quarterback throw it.
Timeout, Louisville. Well, let's check in with the studio back in Charlotte and find out what's coming up at halftime, guys.
Tim, thank you. Coming up on the Hyundai Halftime Report, we have so much to talk about, but Coach, Virginia Tech and East Carolina, the Pirates come out throwing jabs and punches right away in that one.
Bud Foster says, I'm going to blitz you, Shane Carden, and my corners are better than your wideouts. East Carolina says, not so fast. We're coming after you.
3 TD passes for Carden, but Virginia Tech has just scored 21-7 in that one. That and much more coming up on the Hyundai Halftime Report. Back to Tim.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. Virginia comes back out with their quarterback, Matt Johns. On 4th down, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, I think he's going to hold.
He is. Ian Fry now on the field. Ian Fry on the field. And so this will be a 35-yard attempt, and that will match his longest of the season. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. So he matches his longest field goal of the season. He's now 2 for 2 from that distance. And the Cavaliers have a 10-7 lead. Archie, ACC had a good week last week, and they had some big-time performances. Let's start with James Conner of Pitt.
The Terminator. Boy, he dropped the hammer on Boston College running the football. Anthony Boone has been solid so far this year. No interceptions on the year. And how about the Virginia Tech defense against Ohio State? 7 sacks, 11 tackles for loss, and, of course, the interception return for a touchdown. Just a big-time effort by that defense. Now, they're going to need that again in the second half because Shane Carden, we've seen Carden last year when he went into North Carolina and lit up the Tar Heels. He's doing it in Lane Stadium right now. Now, Bud Foster's defense is going to continue to come after you. Don't make any mistake about that, but they're going to need to make some plays.
The lunch pail is out, and they need it.
Now, Ian Fry kicks the 35-yard field goal, and you see the short drive there. That's a victory for Louisville. Turnover, and they're into the field. Their defense gets the stop, forces the field goal.
Dylan Sims kicks off, and it's taken by Corbin Lamb. He's dangerous. You better stay in your lane. He gets around the corner. He can fly and then knock him out of bounds. And knock him out rudely. That gets some emotions going over on that sideline. That's a return of 22 yards. Knocked out by Kirk Gardner. And we'll get our look for the first time this afternoon at Reggie Bonifant, the true freshman quarterback for Louisville out of Trinity High School. Got in, made his debut, said he just chilled out, and he was 8 for 11 this season. He's got a completion here up near the first down. That's Dela Cruz will be a yard short.
Well, Bonifant standing on the sidelines cold. Now comes in to run this quick no-huddle offense inside 25 seconds. Good throw there.
Bonifant threw for a touchdown and ran for 2 last week. He's 2 for 2 here and has a first down. That's complete to Christian. Bonifant's a big young fella, 6'3", 206 pounds, with a strong arm.
Now, if you're wondering, John Wallace, the kicker for Louisville, 45-yarder last week. So he's got 45 yards. That's his career long.
Donovan committed to Louisville January 6th. Came in early. He's been sensational since he arrived. First down and 10. He's got company. Rolls left, throws, complete. He's 3 for 3. This is Brown. Brown's got another first down into Cavalier territory. Eli Harold made the tackle, but not before they picked up 15.
And a quick timeout by Louisville to save whatever they have with 4 seconds left. So now this is a this would be a 58-yard field goal. I would think out of Wallace's range. So does Bobby Petrino ask Bonifant to hang one in the end zone? He's trying to get an idea. Remember, there's been mistakes made in this situation before. Kick a long field goal and have a return on it.
Well, this is the first conference road game for Louisville. Of course, they opened against Miami in their first conference game, but it's been a long road. 1963 to 73, they were in the old Missouri Valley Conference. Then we went independent. Conference USA from 96 to 2004. They won the title in 2004. Then went to the Big East. They were up there with Tranghese and the boys and won the title in 2006. Then the AAC, and then finally the Atlantic Coast Conference. 3 conferences in the last 3 years, but they say this one is for the long haul. ACC's happy to have them. They seem like they're happy to be here. So with 4 seconds remaining in the half, they're going to throw the deep ball and look for the big score. Incomplete. That'll get a little skirmish going between Quick and Phelps. Both teams running over into that corner, and look out now. You've got too many bodies and not enough supervisors. Flags are flying everywhere. You've got to maintain your composure. It's a close game, and you don't want to give the other team an advantage on a stupid mistake.
Yeah, this is one that really James Quick, the wide receiver, kind of made this happen. He didn't like the way he was defended. Really good defensive play by Phelps. Phelps knocked the ball away, and then Quick threw him to the ground. Watch the back end display. Good job by Phelps there to knock it away. Now Quick grabs him and throws him on the ground, and that's what got Phelps up in the face of Quick. Of course, Vallis is there. He escorts him over to the wall, and then here comes the rest of the players. So
yeah, once the posse got there, then
well, let's hope that nobody got thrown out of the game, because this is when it gets sideways. I don't see any punches being thrown. A few pushing and shoving type situations there.
Let's go downstairs. Rachel Barbeau was in the middle of it.
Coach London, tell us about what happened over there in the
we'll figure it out at the end here, but a lot of emotions, a lot of things going on. We just got to make sure we keep our poise and play.
Talk about the defense. You told us they were playing with a nastiness and a hunger. Talk about them in the first half, if you will.
You know, we don't want to back down from anybody. We want to play tough football, get turnovers, give ourselves a chance. We had 2 red zone turnovers. It's a different story, you know, as far as the score.
Good luck in the second half, Coach. All right, let's send it back up to Tim.
Yeah, and he's talking about cashing in those opportunities. You see, he was out of breath because he ran over there trying to keep his players out of the mix there. And good for Coach London to keep his guys away. But his problem there is his team didn't cash in the opportunities, Tim.
Well, we'll find out what happened. We'll sort it all out. But first, let's go back to Charlotte. Tom and Tommy with the halftime.
We are the champions. Setting it off again. Oh, we on fire. We on fire. Running hard. Campaign in the whole shebang. We on
fire. All season long, Gavin DeGraw will kick off our telecast with his new hit single, Fire. Fire is now available on iTunes, so check it out. His new album, Finest Hour, The Best of Gavin DeGraw, hits the stores October 21st. So mark your calendar. It sure is fun to have Gavin along with us. He'll be with us all season long on ACC Football. Welcome back to Scott Stadium, everybody. Tim Brandt, Dave Archer with you. Arch, it looked like in that first half, I mean, these are 2 quality teams, but they had more turnovers than they had third down conversions.
Yeah, and Virginia dominated field position, Tim. Their average start position was the 50-yard line and really didn't cash in their opportunities. you hope for Mike London's team they don't regret that at the end of the game.
I love it when AT&T lets you take us inside the headset. Break it down for us. What are we looking at?
Well, let's go inside Bobby Petrino's headset here. Brought to you by AT&T. Now, Virginia crowding the line of scrimmage. This is 4th down. Going to fake play action, and they're going to slip the big tight end, Stanberry, around and in the end zone here. Good play fake by Gardner. Hides the football. Then an excellent throw. Late hands by his big tight end, and it's a touchdown. The first score of the game and only score of the game for Virginia, or for Louisville. That's inside the headset brought to you by AT&T.
Take a look at the game summary. We've seen 4 quarterbacks in this ball game. And as Arch said, it's been a tightly contested game, but with penalties and turnovers, that kind of mixes things up a little bit.
And where is Will Gardner right now for as far as confidence going? 2 interceptions. They fumbled the football with him in the game. They even actually changed quarterbacks. Reggie Bonifant came in and played quarterback at the end of the half for Bobby Petrino. So where is his confidence level at? We've seen both quarterbacks for Virginia as well. So you're looking for an opportunity for one of these 2 guys to step up. Let's take a look at some of the turnovers, Tim, as we evaluate what teams have not done, taking advantage. This was the lateral play that turned into a short field opportunity. Here's the interception by Harris that led to the Virginia touchdown, and then another interception by Holloman. A mistake here by Gardner. It looked like it was a screen. Here's Holloman stepping up again with another play. He's been all over the field. And then, of course, Kennedy with the interception there at the end of the half. So both teams have not taken care of the football. And where is that guy's confidence right now?
Yeah, no question about it, and it'll be tested here in the second half. 10-7 is our score as we get ready to start the third quarter. The Cavaliers hanging around. This is a talented ball club. Mike London has been very successful with his recruiting, especially out of the Tidewater area. So he's got some athletes. And although Louisville came in a little bit of a favorite in this game, and everybody suspected, hey, here's Louisville. Louisville's 2-0. They're on a roll. They've already beaten Miami in the Atlantic Coast Conference, trying to go 2-0 rather in the ACC. But the Cavaliers giving them all they can handle here. Here's Taquan Mazzell. Reverses his field, gets to the outside, takes it across the 30-yard line. So a return of 26 yards. If you saw the way the half ended, it started out with a little bit of jaw, and then they got a little chippy. Then both teams came together, and we saw a couple of flags fly.
Yeah, I think ultimately what it was offsetting penalties. Really no reason to. Nobody was thrown in. They didn't see the 2 flags go in the air there, but fortunately both teams held their poise, relatively held their poise. No punches thrown, and so we say, okay, a rivalry may be born here between these 2 teams.
So personal fouls on both teams. If you look at the melee there in a good old-fashioned Donnybrook, you saw Bobby Petrino in there. You saw Mike London in there trying to break things up. So those coaches getting a little workout as well. Kevin Parks, not a whole lot there, picks up 1.
Good play by Kelsey. Came in as their leading tackler. Did an excellent job of getting around there. And here's the look at the possessions for Virginia, and not really been able to string a lot together. And really a couple of those opportunities, 3 of those opportunities, in fact, came in Virginia or in Louisville territory, resulting in a field goal and a touchdown and an interception. So mixed results really for Mike London's team.
2nd down and 9 for Grayson Lambert. He's got Jennings and he's got Severin at the top of the screen. Instead, they go to Parks. And the crowd doesn't like the call. They got after him a little bit at the end of the UCLA game for running it when they thought they should have passed it. Here they wanted to pass and they get a run. So a lot of sideline quarterbacks in the stands here at Scott Stadium.
Well, and I think both offensive coordinators, Garrett McGee for Louisville and certainly Steve Fairchild for Virginia, are trying to protect their quarterback against making a mistake that might swing the momentum of the game.
Wahoo's only 2 of 8 on 3rd down conversions today. Pretty good protection. Lambert steps up, throws over the middle, and he's got the first down. Severin makes the catch. They'll move the chains. That's a gain of 11.
I want you to watch Parks, 25, pick up Malden on the blitz. Excellent job by the senior running back to pick up the big timer coming. And then Severin finds that dead area in the zone. An excellent job of throwing the football under pressure by Lambert.
Virginia puts Parks out here wide. They wanted to throw the flanker screen to him, but it was well defended. And Grayson Lambert had to run, and there's Kelsey again.
Trying to turn loose this front four, and namely Malden, number 94, trying to get him after the passer. Good interior pressure, and that's what kills a big quarterback. A pocket quarterback is that interior push. Now you can't climb in the pocket, and you're in trouble with the pass rush.
I was surprised at how big Grayson Lambert is when we met with him yesterday. He's 6'5", 240 pounds. One stride will pick you up a couple of yards. Over the top they go, and it's caught at the 25-yard line. Darius Jennings with the catch. A pickup of 31.
Well, it's a spectacular adjustment by Jennings. Good protection. Going to throw the corner route. Jennings, what's the adjustment Jennings makes? He's going to bend to the sideline, and the ball's over his inside shoulder. So he adjusts up the field and makes a big-time catch.
Now, the Cavaliers have gotten down here several times today and not really been able to cash in. Park's not getting a lot of recreation from the Louisville Cardinal today. They're just closing down on him in a hurry.
Well, I certainly think you have an opportunity. And Steve Fairchild, the guy trying to set things up. Play action on first down. Next time they get that opportunity, they've got a chance. Louisville's committing a lot of resources to the line of scrimmage to stop the run. They've got a chance to get in behind with a throw down the field.
Pio Vatuvai made the tackle. It'll bring up second down. They still need 9. Run the little reverse. Looking for a block inside the 20. Mizell almost split the difference and almost broke it into the second level.
He had to get his big young center rolling for him. Mateo, 50, going to be out in front. Says, get that block for me, big fella. And he got enough of him to get him up the field. Now you're good. Third and short situation, 33. Good opening drive to start the half. Set the tone by Virginia.
Jackson Mateo didn't look real comfortable out in open space.
No big guy does.
Jennings and Severin to the bottom of the screen. Severin in motion. Pressure over the top, and it's caught again by Mizell. Great adjustment again on that pass that was thrown only where he could get it.
But it's a smart play by Lambert. He realizes he's going to have to let this go early because of the pressure right through the middle, and he puts a little air under it. This floats a little air under it so Mizell can adjust to the football. Boy, that was a veteran throw by a young quarterback.
James Burgess got the pressure on him. We haven't called Burgess' name a whole lot today. He's the leading tackler for the Cards. Shepard in the ball game now as a running back on first down. Here he is. Tiptoes across the line. It's a fake by Grayson Lambert. Lambert takes it outside for the touchdown. Great fake to Shepard, the quarterback keeper, and he runs it in from 10 yards out.
Had not run zone read all day long, and that's really all this is. Going to get a play fake, and you get the fullback, Wingo Reeves, out in front. He gets the key block on the corner, and Lambert waltzes in.
Ian Fry comes on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. Fry splits the sticks, and the Cavaliers open up a 10-point lead.
Well, just an excellent job of Lambert running the show. This time it's zone read. He gets a big-time block, and Virginia has set the tone here in the second half.
ACC football is being brought to you by Geico, official corporate champion of the ACC. By PNC Bank. By Ruby Tuesday, official corporate champion of the ACC. And by Toyota, official corporate champion of the ACC.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Virginia's 1989 NCAA championship soccer team. It was the first one in program history. They were honored at halftime of the game today. Bruce Arena and his team, they went 21-2-2, 5-0-1 in the ACC. Great job by the 1989 soccer team. This will be taken about 4 yards deep by Brandon Radcliffe, and he'll down it there for the touchback, and he'll bring it out. Let's go back and take another look at that touchdown by the quarterback, Grayson Lambert.
A couple things to look at. Here's Malden, the big timer. Watch Lambert read him, and then watch Wingo Reeves come here and get the block for you. Lambert's Steps outside, big block by Wingo Reeves, but just the patience of Lambert in the drive, the 9-play, 69-yard drive. He made a couple of key throws. Throw to Jennings, the throw to Mazzell to keep drives alive, and then an excellent job on the zone read. And Mike London's got to be pleased the way his offense answered the bell to start the second half.
Louisville down 10. The quarterback is Reggie Bonifant. Absolutely nothing in the middle for Dominique Brown. They lose a couple.
We saw Bonifant come on just right at the end of the half, and now he'll open against this Virginia defense that really has played at a high level since the opening drive. And Bonifant, as you mentioned, Tim, against Murray State, 8 of 11, played pretty well. This is a different animal today.
David Dean for Virginia. He knows the difference between come here and sick 'em. He's getting after it today. He's got 5 tackles in this ball game. Here's play action. Bonifant rolls, but he's got a whole lot of company, and Eli Harold catches him from behind.
A little bit different game now for Virginia to defend now, because you've got a quarterback that can run zone read. Bonifant, an outstanding athlete, but Eli Harold, we've seen this before from the backside. He runs Bonifant down because of really good coverage in the back end, taking away the quick, easy throws.
Third down. They need 13. Blitz is coming. Plenty of time, and covered well by the Cavaliers. Quick made the catch, and Harris was there to greet him.
Boy, what a great job of Louisville picking up the blitz, because he was timed extremely well by Virginia. But the old veteran, Harris, the safety, Anthony Harris, waiting. Number 8, right there in the middle of your screen, going to float down, finds the crossing route, and puts him on the ground. What a great play by the senior.
Ryan Johnson is on to punt. He's at his own 9. Cavaliers should get good field position again. This is a high knuckleball. Taken on the run by Shepard. And he's into Louisville territory again. Not much hang time, 3.3, but it was only a 31-yard kick. Shepard took it on the run. And here come the Cavaliers.
I'm Rachel Barbeau. Welcome back to Charlottesville, where Virginia leads 17-7. Grayson Lambert came off quarterback for Virginia after that touchdown. Everybody on the bench touched him. Everybody. He sits down on the bench, looks over at his fullback, Connor Wingo Reeves, and said, "It was all because of you, man. It was all because of you."
Well, we'll see what he does here. He hands it off straight ahead. Parks gets out to the 35-yard line.
Well, and Rachel talking about how guys draw energy from the quarterback, and he played well in that drive, Tim. He made a couple big-time throws to extend drive, 3 for 3 here in this half, and 9 for 14 on the game. But he was a major part of why they put it in the end zone.
Little play action flanker screen. Nothing there. Sidesteps one, backlines another. Downey Dowling makes something out of nothing. Like he was top dancing on a light bulb.
Well, the freshman from Richmond, Virginia, really has no help on the play. He's got a quick play fake and hopefully setting up a screen, but Louisville's got a number of hats around the football, and he finished with some physicality at the end of that.
Got some yardage when there was nothing there. 7:48 to play in the third. Virginia 2 for 2 on third down conversions. They need 5 here. Lambert looks like he checks in and checks out. Here they come now with a blitz. He throws underneath, and they aren't fooling anybody. Mazzell had nowhere to go. How about Kelsey? He gets after it, doesn't he?
Well, he does, and it's man coverage in the secondary, and really an opportunity for Swanson, the big tight end, but he couldn't get himself free against the linebacker or the safety playing him. That's where Lambert wanted to go with the football. Ultimately, he had to drop it off to Mazzell.
If you're on the defense here on the punt return team, be alert of a fake. It's not going to be. They try to pooch it inside the 10. Fair catch is called for, and he's in the end zone. He was in the end zone. It should have been down. They're going to say it was down, but it looked like his feet were in the end zone. Well, I don't know about that, Arch.
Well, this is the second time he's been down there, and he makes a play on. Let's see, Tim, what you're talking about. 28 Yeah, his feet are in the end zone. Not sure they'll have to flip that over.
Our edge to the game is brought to you by the Principal Financial Group.
Well, we talked about the keys to the game, and can Virginia hold up against this big offensive line and keep them from running the ball? And a resounding yes so far for Virginia's defense. They've won this strength-on-strength battle.
Now that ball never got near the goal line, and they down it inside the 1. Stumbling their way, barely get it out. Dominic Brown crosses the goal line, and they'll put it on about the 1-foot line.
And let's see if the big fella gets out of the end zone. Boy, he was hit 2 yards deep in the end zone and just does break the plane and get out. Again, I talked about this last time, and they made a play to Quick out of the end zone. You're going to get one-on-one coverage outside because Virginia's trying to get the safety. You could take a shot right here.
College rule is different than the NFL. The ball never got to the goal line. They mark it at the 1. They pick up 6 on that one. This is a 3-step drop. They throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well defended by the Cavaliers.
Boy, the freshman Blanding, the big-time safety. This is a kid they've been so excited about to get on campus. 6'4", 215, number 3 going to close. This is a well-thrown ball. He comes in and rips it out. This ball's on the hands of Quick. He just couldn't hold on to the football.
James Quick is still down. Medical staff works on him.
But I like that Coach Petrino trusts Bonifant enough to take a shot right there, and he did. Made a good throw. Just one that Quick couldn't hang on to.
The way he's gyrating, it looks like he may have had the wind knocked out of him. Let's go back to Charlotte while we have a timeout and check in with Tom and Tommy.
Thanks, Tim. Time for a Hardy's update. Georgia Southern against Georgia Tech. Eagles are coming back. Kevin Ellison to B.J. Johnson.
Where did Georgia Southern learn to do this? What about Paul Johnson and Georgia Tech? Turn this one back on.
Wow, just starting the 4th quarter. At one point, 35-10, Georgia Tech led.
Now that's the difference now between Georgia Southern of a few years ago, where all you saw is the run game. We got a chance to see Kevin Ellison in week 1. He can do that. That's a heck of a game now in Atlanta.
We're going to go up to Syracuse next week here on the ACC Network. We'll see Maryland at Syracuse. The Maryland Terrapins playing West Virginia. We're down 28-6. They've come roaring back. Now it's 28-27. Meanwhile here, Louisville with its 5th drive starting inside the 15. And they are backed up.
Louisville got to be careful here if they throw it to not get a holding call in the end zone.
And a whistle and a flag.
Ball start. Offense number 7 more. Penalty is half the distance to the goal. 3rd down.
Half the distance to the goal will be about 4 inches.
Well, when you think about having a delay handoff, which is what they were going to go with, this is a Virginia team that likes to attack with their front 6. Nickel group playing coverage, 6 coming after you. You got a potential for a tackle for loss.
They'll be laying their ears back here. 3rd down, straight ahead, trying to get it out of the end zone. Cavaliers trying to strip him, not much there. Good defense as they stopped Dominic Brown, and Henry Coley got there first.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do if you're a defense. You get a really good play on special teams. Now the defense has to cash in that opportunity, hold that offensive unit down there where they're deep in their own territory, and now another short field opportunity potentially. And Shepard has been amazing catching the ball on some of these short punts.
Louisville now has to condense its punt game because they're up against that back line. Ryan Johnson all the way back to the back line. They need a good snap here. Gets it out, and that's a good punt. Shepard takes it and is hit immediately. Boy, what a great job by the punting team of the Louisville Cardinals. A 35-yard punt, a 2-yard return. The defense by the Cavaliers rising to the occasion. We'll be back after a word from your local ACC station. ACC football is brought to you in HD by your local Tire Pros dealer. Win tires, wheels, and a trip for 2 to the ACC championship game at theacc.com/tirepros.
Tim, this is the 5th time Virginia's opened up in Louisville territory, and they only have 10 points to show for it.
First down and 10. Try to get to the outside. Mazel's got some speed. And a flag at the end of the play. So Mazel is out close to a first down. Sample made the tackle, but there is a flag.
Yeah, that can only be holding on Jennings, the outside receiver.
Holding, offense number 17, 10-yard penalty, first down.
That's big old Miles Gooch, who's been playing a whale of a football game here today.
I don't think Gooch was even on the field. But anyway, the penalty.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it. Doesn't matter. But yeah, really good opening play of the drive there with getting Mazel on the edge.
Dennis Hennigan, our referee today, said number 17. So number 17 now comes to the bottom of the screen. Lambert on first down throws it underneath, and that was a dangerous play. The ball's still alive. D'Angelo Brown has it. And correction, that's Keith Kelsey, and they're going to say that was a live ball.
Well, they're going to say the arm was not going forward, so they rule it a fumble. And this will be obviously all these plays are looked at.
Yeah, this will have to be looked at. It was a live ball called on the field.
Good pressure by, it looked like D'Angelo Brown, number 97, right through the middle. And let's see if the arm's coming forward. Yeah, I think
absolutely.
The arm's coming forward.
Absolutely coming forward.
Well, it's one of those situations where the officials want to make sure they get it right. They know they have replay to back it up. If they call that an incomplete pass and it ultimately is out, it's a fumble, Louisville loses the opportunity. So what they do is they go ahead and wait. Lambert's arm's definitely going forward. You can correct that with replay. And so ultimately you're going to get the play right. But if they've blown the ball dead and the ball was out, then Louisville loses an opportunity. So I certainly understand how they would let that play go. The
Louisville coaches in the box right next to us were all yelling, go, go, pick it and go. Scoop and score. They definitely thought it was a live ball.
I just think his arm gets hit before it starts to come forward, but it looks like Lambert still finishes enough with the throw for the ball to come forward and it be an incomplete pass. The problem is it's called a fumble on the field. And so if there's not something definitive there, Louisville does end up with the football.
Bobby Petrino on the left replaced Charlie Strong and is back at Louisville now. He was 41-9 at Louisville during his first stint with the Cardinals. On the right, Mike London. He's 19-32 and 4+ years here. 0-8 in the ACC last year. Done a nice job recruiting. He just needs to start winning now. And the ruling on the field is Dave Archer has effectively called it incomplete.
The quarterback's arm was going forward with the ball. It's an incomplete pass. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
That's the way that's supposed to work, though, Tim. You blow that dead, Louisville loses an opportunity potentially at the football. Now, the danger there is if there's not a good look at it, all of a sudden you lose the football because it was an incorrect call. But I think that's the way they're going to have to do that in some of these bang-bang plays.
Well, Grayson Lambert certainly thought his arm was going forward because he argued the call from the get-go. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9.
Have not seen Parks in the screen game since early in the football game.
Well, the Cardinals have done a nice job of taking him away. They tried to get it to him twice in the screen. And here's a flag. Andre Lavroni made the tackle, but we'll wait to see what it is in the backfield. Now Bobby Petrino out on the field. He wants an explanation. Everything getting a little chippy here. We saw at the end of the first half, both teams came together.
Holding offense number 75, 10-yard penalty, 2nd down.
So the big O is called for holding.
Now we'll take a look at it here. Here's the it's working right here on the bottom of your screen. It's going to take him down. Malden Well, he gets a tackle right there, and Malden goes down, and then you get a late hit. Look, kind of a little bit of a late shot at Lambert there too. So as you said, Tim, the chippiness that's going on has carried over from late in the first half.
Olariwaju gets the call. 2nd down and 19. And this is Park straight ahead. By the way, we have talked to Doug Rhodes, longtime official, and Doug confirms that this is a different rule than the NFL. The ball needs to go across the goal line. You can be in the end zone as long as that ball does not break the plane, and it did not on that punt that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, let's take a look at Lorenzo Malden. We're talking about the premier defensive player in this game, and knifes in and makes the play on Parks.
Dawkins comes in along with Keon Johnson. Grayson tries to set up the screen. He does. This is Dowling. Dowling still on his feet to the 30, but he's not going to get to the first down markers. So he picks up 7.
But what he does do, because of that completion, now you can think about field goal, obviously, and that's what they're going to do. But you also had the opportunity to potentially go for it right there. Good hustle by everybody involved there, is particularly the freshman Dowling, to hit that straight up the field. He showed some physical play at the end of both of his receptions.
Keep in mind now, Ian Fry's longest field goal made is 35 yards. This is going to be 47, way beyond his comfort zone. Good snap, good hold. It's got enough distance, and it's good. From 47 yards, Ian Fry.
Okay, does that change your opinion of what his comfort zone is now?
Well, that would move it back.
What a great kick by Ian Fry. You just mentioned it's not even approached that yardage this year, and he pounds it through. Now, it crept over the crossbar here. You'll see it come into play here, but you know what?
He didn't have a lot to spare.
He knocked it through. He knocked it through. Heck of a kick.
No pictures on the scoreboard. And the crowd sings here in the shadow of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Thomas Jefferson's University celebrating here in the second half, but there's still a lot of football to be played.
Yeah, and I think this crowd showed up not really knowing what to expect. And they saw a team that really didn't play well offensively in week 1 against UCLA, but their defense played great. Then they saw a game last week against an inferior opponent, which they blew away. And here comes Louisville in. Mighty Louisville, ranked in the top 25, and Virginia has played big time.
Dylan Sims on to kick it away for the Wahoos. Lamb and Radcliffe standing at their own goal line. This will take Radcliffe 5 yards deep, and he'll down it. Well, we're talking about the ACC gaming app rivalry, and in the second half, the challenge is starting to heat up. ACC Football Challenge app. Louisville fans have an edge by 52% over UVA fans, which have only 42%. Still 10 hours left. Download the ACC Football Challenge to get the game and settle the victory for your team in today's game. 10 hours left. The matchup, ACC gaming app.
You wonder if Louisville's going to know what to do. They're not in the shadow of their own goalpost to start a drive. Bonifant remains quarterback here for Louisville. Reset the game clock. They didn't like the way the game clock ran out, so the officials are going to reset that. But Bonifant has been the quarterback here in the second half for Bobby Petrino.
You know, Bonifant's only a freshman, but he is some kind of cool in pressure situations. Rolls back, throws back, has a man, and he's got a blocker. Scott taken down. He'll lose a yard. How about the pursuit by the Cavalier defense?
Yeah, really good pursuit. And this is a young player mistake. What you try to do is make one miss, then get back to the sideline. Good job of Bonifant showing like it's going to be rollout, throwback play. Now make one miss, now get back to the sideline. And there's too many hats coming towards your direction. Old coach told me one time that's where hard time lives, back to the inside.
Gardner was 7 of 20, 90 yards, so with a touchdown and 2 picks. So now we've got Bonifant on the field, and another flag flies.
Looked like Ryan Mack may have started a little too soon.
Ball start, offense number 74, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Louisville really out of sync right now. Let's go back to the studio.
Time for a Hardee's update, Tim. In Atlanta, Georgia Southern at Georgia Tech. Alfred Ramsby, 11-yard TD run. The Eagles try to go for 2, and they will get it. They have taken the lead 38-35 on the 2-point conversion. 28 straight points in the second half for the Eagles.
Watch out for Georgia Southern now. They saw them in week 1. They can play.
They need 15. Bonifant pulls it down, rolls right. Look out. He gets tattooed. Oh, did Bonifant take a hit by Vallis?
Boy, a number of things are good on this play now, because watch how good Virginia stays on coverage. You've got a quarterback that's going to break contain. He breaks contain. Now watch Virginia glue to the receivers. There's nobody open. Here, nobody open to throw the football to, and Vallis with the pressure in the face of the quarterback. Boy, that's outstanding team defense.
Louisville has not had a third down conversion since its first drive. They need 16 here. Into the flats. Sure tackle on L.J. Scott.
Boy, you said it, Tim. What a great tackle in the flat by Anthony Harris, the senior. Good pressure by the linebacker, Henry Coley. We've mentioned these guys all day long. 44 is going to hit the quarterback right there. And then here comes Harris, the safety. Big-time tackle in the open field.
Arch, as we close in on the fourth quarter, how big would this win be if the Cavaliers can hold on to it? How big would it be for the Wahoos?
Well, I don't think you can measure it. I think that what they've gone through over the last calendar year, 2-10 a year ago, this is a huge opportunity for them to get a big win.
Good coverage by Louisville there. So Cavaliers were starting at 36.
A ton of time left to go now. We've got a long way to go in this game. 15 minutes left in the game.
But you know, 40,000 fans here now starting to speculate and think ahead. Throughout the season, AT&T brings you the ACC Network Game Center on the ACC.com. You'll find all the information you need to watch upcoming ACC Network games, local TV listings, team previews, video features, and even the game itself streamed live. All made possible by AT&T, official wireless partner of the ACC.
Todd Grantham, defensive coordinator of Louisville, trying to get his guys dialed in.
Grayson Lambert still at quarterback. Parks hit immediately. Picks up one, but not much more.
Good play again by the middle linebacker, Kelsey. He's been all over the field, and he's kind of made it his personal mission to make sure Parks doesn't break their back running the football. I really think for Mike London's team, there's an opportunity in play action in the early downs. First, second down, there's some play action opportunities.
Time ticking down in the third quarter. And Virginia's going to let it tick away. They're coming to their feet at Scott Stadium. They're feeling the upset. They posted the alert. And the third quarter is now in the history books. We'll be back for the final 15 minutes in Charlottesville. 20-7, Virginia over Louisville. Louisville scored first in this game, and since then it has been all Cavaliers, and the Virginia fans looking over at Louisville and saying, who are you guys? Louisville in that third quarter, 3 3-and-outs and a total of 4 yards. But they come hard defensively here, and Molden makes a tackle for a loss on the quarterback, Grayson Lambert.
And they went for play action. They're going to try to go play action here. Molden just goes right by the tight end. Swanson completely whiffs on Molden. Got to take something out of the big fella. That's the guy you got to get blocked if you're Virginia. Molden makes a huge play for their defense when they needed one.
This is a quality team now for Louisville. They're not going to go away quietly. Down 20-7, fourth quarter.
This one smells like potential screen here. Set something up for Parks.
Only 4 of 12 on third down conversion. Lambert does set up the screen, but it's knocked away, and again, there's Molden.
A good play by Molden, back-to-back. This is just a three-man rush now. And Molden gonna go off your right side, sets him up, swats the hands down. Now he realizes he's not gonna get there, so he elevates and gets the hands in the air. 6'4", get that high in the air and knock away the screen pass to Kevin Parks and force a punt.
Cardinals trying to take back the momentum here. Vazenelik will punt it away, and James Quick is at the 35. Goes back to the 27, bobbles the ball, finds a hole, look out. He's got some space, still on his feet, all the way out to the 44-yard line, maybe the 45. A 38-yard punt, a 13-yard return, 13:59 remaining in the game.
ACC football is brought to you by Toyota, official corporate champion of the ACC. By Geico, official corporate champion of the ACC. By AT&T, official sponsor of the ACC. And by Ruby Tuesday, official corporate champion of the ACC.
Will Gardner comes back into the ballgame as the quarterback. As you look at all the goods here, nobody in there buying right now. They're all out watching this game. But earlier they were all getting their orange on, and you can look around this stadium and see it everywhere. Will Gardner, the quarterback, steps up, has the completion. That's to Michael Lee Harris. Let's go back to Charlotte and get an update on the Virginia Tech game.
Gemma Hardy's update from the studio. East Carolina at Virginia Tech. Hokies 4th and goal from the 2. Michael Brewer's pass is incomplete. 21-7 ECU. Virginia Tech trying to avoid its first loss of the season.
Wow. How about that, partner?
4th and goal.
Here's Garner again. Rolls right, throws, has it almost caught. Should have been caught. It was dropped. It was intended for Michael Lee Harris again.
Well, I don't know how Romero's going to get away with holding Michael Lee Harris on this play. Right in the slot to your right, he's got his arms wrapped around him. I don't know how they didn't call that, but ultimately he tries to get him the football, and it's incomplete, but I think they got away with one there. All right, 3rd and short. You haven't been able to run your big back. This is normally big back time. Run straight ahead with a big offensive line. Going to go unbalanced to the right.
Haven't been able to convert. 1 for 10 on 3rd down. But they convert here. This is Tobridge all the way down inside the 20. And Keith Tobridge, the big old tight end from Toledo, almost runs over Kennedy.
Good decision by Gardner. He's got 2 guys for the deep shot, but he's going to release Tobridge in the flat. See a little delay, fell on the ground. Now Romero misses the tackle. That's something Virginia has not done today. They've done very good in the open field tackling. Missed the tackle for a huge play.
Timeout Virginia. Still plenty of time in this ball game. The Cardinals certainly talented enough to come back. You are watching the ACC Network, an exclusive production of Raycom Sports, also streaming live now on the ACC.com and on the official ACC mobile app. Welcome back to Charlottesville, everybody. We're in Scott Stadium, 13:02 remaining in the ball game. The Cavaliers of Virginia on top of Louisville, 20-7. But the Cards are driving. 1st down and 10 inside the 20. Little swing pass. This is Dominique Brown. Good coverage by the Cavaliers of Virginia to shut it down before it got too much.
Well, Phelps comes up in the corner to make the open field tackle, taking the throwaway down the field. Gardner has been very good with the football since coming back in. Turned the ball over on consecutive series in the first half. His first opportunity to play here in the second half.
2nd down and a long 8. Will Gardner gets it straight up the middle. Dominique Brown is hit and taken down at the 17-yard line. Henry Coley got there first.
Yeah, give Mike Moore, number 32, a ton of credit. We highlighted him in our play package to start the game. Number 32 just going to stop the run right there. Stuffs the play 32 and allows Coley to make the tackle. Just 2 for 10 is Louisville on 3rd down. They had their first conversion of the second half on that last play.
Coley 7 tackles today. 3rd down and they need 8. Boy, there's a lot of contact and a man down. That'll be pass interference. Is it Henry Coley? They got tied up. It was intended for Christian. And Gerald Christian is a big strider.
Defense number 44. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
Yeah, Coley's been really good all day long. We've seen him rush. We've seen him tackle in the open field. This time, going to cover the tight end Christian. Christian just going to release up the field and out. Coley going to reach from the linebacker spot and just look like maybe incidental contact there. That was not the most severe scenario, but it was in the middle of the field, and the official was looking right at it.
So the Cardinals get a new first down, new set of downs. Gardner, backside pressure, throws over the middle, and it's deflected.
Well, Vallis, it's 6'5". You mentioned him a couple of times today, Tim. He does a really good job. He does get pressure. He kind of sets back, and he elevates and bats the ball down here. He just steps back and gets that big body in the air and swats it away.
Keep in mind now, Vallis, a former high school safety, gives John Tenuto a whole lot of options. 2nd down and 10. Gardner again steps into this throw, has it complete. They'll mark it at the 11. Eli Rogers pick up 5.
A 2-man route into the boundary that time. Gardner makes the good decision. Corner fell off, throw the ball in the flat. 3rd down. This is a team in Louisville that had converted 53% of the time coming into today's game. Just 2 conversions so far.
Louisville trying to change the tempo. Gardner tells the lineman what they're doing as James Quick at the top of the screen. Play clock at 8. Straight ahead, Brown. Dominic Brown inside the 5. Touchdown, Louisville. Big old Dominic Brown.
Just went with the draw play. It's an excellent call by Coach Petrino here. He sees that they're going to play coverage in the back end. Watch how quick the handoff happens here out of the pistol set. Offensive line needs to show pass. They do. And then step out, get a good block on Coley. And Brown hits it real quick.
So the extra point by John Wallace. He splits the sticks. And it's 20-14 with 11:10 to play.
Yeah, the plot thickens. Excellent drive by Louisville right there.
Timeout on the field in Charlottesville. We'll take a timeout as well. We'll be back for the final 11:10 right after this. Things heating up in Charlottesville. Virginia Cavaliers 20, Louisville 14. And the Cards have retaken the momentum. They just scored their first touchdown since 5:12 of the first quarter. This is by Darius Jennings in the end zone. He'll down it there, and they'll bring it out. And the Cavaliers will take it over. First down.
Tim, let's take a look at that touchdown and watch Will Gardner now recognize the look. He looks to the sideline, and they say, okay, wait a minute. We got a box we can run the football against. Just kind of a 6-man box. He's going to set it up. Now watch for the offensive line now to show pass, because you have to show pass to freeze Coley. They freeze him. That way you can get up to that second level and get him blocked. But an excellent job of the offensive line. Firstly, Will Gardner to recognize the look, but then to get the good look out of the offensive line. Great drive. Eight plays, 56 yards, and a touchdown. Their first score since the first quarter.
Cardinals have done a nice job on Kevin Parks today. There was nothing there in that hole, so Grayson Lambert kept it. Trying to get around the left side, and he couldn't get a whole lot either.
Well, the onus now going to fall on this Virginia offense. They've been able to kind of ride the defenses back here a little bit. They've had great field position all day long. They're going to have to provide themselves their own field position here, eat some clock, and they need to put some points on the board.
Well, Mike London told us yesterday this game is riding on the quarterback performance and the production of the offense. Here they are now on 2nd down and 8. Lambert, incomplete. It was intended for Dowling. It'll bring up 3rd down and 8. Let's go downstairs to Rachel Barbeau.
Yeah, I just heard UVA coach Mike Archer, the safeties coach, tell his team, get your head out of your you-know-what. Execute. We are still in it. We have to go back out and stop them. We have one job. That is it.
I think he meant helmet. Get it out of your helmet.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's no question that their defense has played well, but that's a good throw by Lambert. Inside route, the slant. Dowling's got to catch a football, so now you're 3rd down conversion situation.
And this is a big 3rd down. They need 8. Lambert's got pressure and goes down hard. They came with a blitz from Tremaine Washington, the defensive back. 2nd sack of the game.
Well, you're going to watch the blitz come off the edge, and Lambert does not see it coming. Corner comes right up. It's a corner fire. Mizell's yelling for the football. And Washington drops Lambert for the loss. So nice job there by Louisville dialing up the corner blitz off the edge.
Arch, we just talked about the momentum. Now the Cardinals are going to get great field position. Oh, this is a good punt. They set up the wall, though. Look out. He's got a wall set. Here comes Quick. James Quick inside the 30. Quick and Quick goes out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 20 to 15. There is a flag back at the 43-yard line.
Well, good job, first of all, catching the football by Quick. Now he's working to get to the wall. Right there's your block. Wow. Looks like they got a block there right at the end, and I'm not sure he even touched the coverage guy, but
Matt Milton with the block in the back. It was a 45-yard run back. Instead, they're going to take all the ball all the way back to the 48-yard line in their own territory. Wow.
All right, well, the defense for Bobby Petrino's team did their job. They got a 3-and-out and got back a hot offense. Offense just moved the football, get it back in Will Gardner's hands.
1st down and 10. Gardner steps up. Almost picked off by Henry Coley.
Boy, he's trying. He's working a 2 tight end set into the boundary. Going to take a look and really stared at it all the way, and Coley almost picked that pass off. Let's go down to Rachel. More about Henry Coley.
You guys have been calling his name all game. He goes by bad cop. He knows how to give his teammates the business if they need it. And he talks about the close losses from last year. Remember them. Let them motivate you, he tells his teammates.
2nd down and 10. Wide open over the middle. This is Christian. And big old Gerald Christian rambles his way down inside the 35.
Well, remember the play Coley gets called for pass interference. It's an out route by Christian. This time Christian is going to bend to the out. Watch him bend out. Now turn it back up the field. And Coley gets caught thinking it's an out route right up the middle of the field. Good read by Gardner.
Talked to John Tenuto about that pass pattern yesterday. They wanted to get hands on him, but he came free. This is big old Dominic Brown again. And they are just dictating what's taking place now. That's a pickup of 12.
Got to make the tackles in the opportunity. Virginia has done that to this point. Missed a couple tackles in the last drive, and you wonder, been on the field for a number of plays here in this last sequence. Are you starting to get a little winded? Missed the tackle there, Harold.
Gardner looks over for the play call. Just pounding it out now with Brown. Big old Dominic Brown, 6'2", 241 pounds. Max Vallis makes the tackle.
Well, good job by Virginia there to stop the run.
Well, he's a big guy with great balance and good instincts. Second down and 8. Brown has the catch, or correction, Christian has the catch, landing with the tackle. It'll be just short of the first down.
Gerald Christian came in as a guy that they wanted to get the football to, and they were able to get to him there.
Hey, Arch, our 1st and 10 line is brought to you by YP.com, the even more powerful Yellow Pages. One app, one site, YP can do it. bringing a stunt. Brown blows his way for the first.
But I got just enough. You mentioned the two linebackers blitzing through the middle. This Louisville offense swells up just enough to get enough of Coley and knock him to the ground and allow Brown to snake to the outside and pick up the first down.
Clock continues to move. 7:18. Brown can't handle that pass. Ballas was out there. It'll bring up 2nd and 9.
And Coach Petrino, his reaction to that play was priceless. He swung his hand down. He knew he had something going there. A little swing screen, had some blockers out in front of Brown.
2nd down and goal from just inside the 10-yard line.
Here comes the blitz.
Gardner steps up and has it batted. And there he is again, big old Max Ballas. That's his 3rd tip ball in this game.
Yeah, he really has a nice feel for this, Tim. He's going to rush off of the edge, and when he realizes he's not going to get any up the field push, he stops and kind of backs up and plays basketball and bats the throw down.
Louisville has converted its last 3 third-down conversions. They've retaken the momentum of this game.
Well, it is 3rd and goal. They have to score to convert here.
They come hard. Throw it underneath. It's picked off. It's Ballas again.
I think you're going to get a roughing the passer here. Oh, man. What a huge penalty against Henry Coley. Coley's going to get called for the roughing the passer. Gardner inexplicably throws his pass.
Looks like it was actually Eli Harold. Looks like Henry backed off. Watch, see if he doesn't pull. No, they both hit him. You're right.
Well, yeah, but there's no blow to the head there. They're knocking the quarterback to the ground. They arrive as the ball's being thrown. But
I agree, it's a bang-bang play. That's exactly what Mike London's saying.
Now let's take a look at it. Let's see if it's late. Let's see if there's something late here. Ball's going to come out. Both guys hit the quarterback. I think that's football, guys. I think the quarterback's losing ground. You got two guys coming with a full head of steam. To expect him to pull off at the last possible moment, I don't think it's realistic.
Max Ballas comes out of the ball game. 1st and goal at the 5, throwing over the top. Touchdown, Louisville. We're tied at 20. 5-yard touchdown strike to James Quick.
Well, new life for Gardner after he made a horrible throw on the last play that was intercepted. Does a really good job here on play action, and Quick slips in behind the coverage. It's an excellent throw on the back line, and Quick's got a touchdown. Remember, it was the quick punt return that was called back that maybe set the table from a momentum standpoint to get that drive going.
John Wallace gives Louisville the lead with 6:59 to play. And the Bluebirds come out in Virginia. Controversial call. Will Gardner takes charge, changes the momentum, and they did it with Quick. We'll be back after this word from your local ACC station. Closed captioning for ACC football is brought to you by Bojangles' famous chicken and biscuits. It's bow time.
Well, the thought process of all the fans here in Charlottesville and probably the coaching staff on the sidelines is we've got to make some plays, and I think it has to start on 1st down. And maybe that means play action on 1st down. Louisville's had their way with this team once they get him in 3rd down or 2nd and long situations.
Darius Jennings is going to bring it out. Darius Jennings is out across the 20-yard line. That's a terrific return. Let's go back to the studio, Tom and Tommy.
Tim Hardy's update. First, Georgia Southern at Georgia Tech. Final seconds. Justin Thomas to Deion Hill. 13-yard pass play. 42-38. Georgia Tech leads it late. And in Blacksburg, Michael Brewer, 15 yards to Isaiah Ford. Second time of the game. They hook up 21-14. East Carolina leads Virginia Tech late in the fourth.
Time for the Cavaliers to get their offense back. Last 14 plays, -1 yard. They take it around the corner. And Darius Jennings picks up 5.
Now, and a good first down call. Now, it's not about, yeah, you'd like to score on one play, but it's also about putting something together here. Move the chains. You know, eventually the goal line hits you in the face, that concept. It's not explosive offense by any stretch of the imagination, so you got to string some plays together. Good first down call right there. Now it's 2nd and 5. But you got to follow it up but with more positive plays if you're Virginia.
Malik Shepard in the ball game now for the Cavaliers. Lambert with a little bit of time closes down on him though. Too much time before he released it. You know that's going to come hard, and it's B.J. DuBose.
You get good pressure up front. Right in this area here. And get the pressure through the middle. And it's just relentless push. Really, Lambert holds the ball a long time, and I think the fans reacted here. Says, wait a minute, our guy just got knocked to the ground. Where's the flag? A little bit different scenario there, but still, good third down situation here for Steve Fairchild, offensive coordinator of Virginia.
Grayson Lambert has really struggled with this offense on third downs. They haven't been able to convert. Pressure comes again. The out pattern, and there they have it. That's only their 5th conversion in 15 attempts on third down.
Well, and really good movement in the pocket by Lambert to buy himself a little more time to find Dawkins. Dawkins just going to run the deep out route. Well thrown ball to the sideline. First down. But it was about Lambert's movement in the pocket that bought him just a bit of time to get the football to his junior wide receiver.
So now you send Gooch to one side, Swanson to the other. That's 6'6" and 6'3", working against smaller corners. They give it. They come around with Jennings on the end around. Stops on a dime, gives him 9 cents change. Washington finally knocks him out.
No, but what you begin to set up, though, with these kind of plays is you wonder if the safeties are peeking. Are they looking about what's going on with all the window dressing, some of these reverses? And if you've got enough time, you play fake and take a shot. Now, Louisville's got to stay disciplined in the back end of their coverage, that they don't get lulled to sleep by some of the bells and whistles.
Lambert again's got company in the backfield and nowhere to go. Tried to get it to Parks, but they've been on Parks all day. They know he's the guy that can hurt them the worst and the fastest.
Some of the inexperience in the Virginia offensive line is coming to bear a little bit now, Tim. We talked about how they shifted some players around. Mateo gets his 2nd career start at center, and I think they're now starting to get pushed around a little bit by the Louisville front. They're starting to get too much pressure too quickly on Lambert.
Now you see his numbers today, 13 of 23. He's got that touchdown, but he does have the pick, and it hurt him. This is 3rd and long, and again the white jerseys are coming. And there's nobody home deep. He was looking for Lavroni.
Well, he had a stop and go going on the outside. And on 3rd and long, a little bit of a shot scenario there as opposed to trying to convert. It's kind of all your eggs in one basket type throw there. And really a good job by Louisville to cover it. A little collision at the top of the route with the corner. Washington does a good job of knocking him off his route.
Zenelik has a punt that's dropped. Ball's loose. Cavaliers have it. Let the celebration begin. Rainey came up with it.
Now, this is one of those short kicks that you'd like to yell the word. A lot of times teams use Peter, whatever the word is. Get away from the football. There's too many people around the ball, and he gets run into by his own player. Look, Michael Lee Harris, I believe, or Sample, looked like Michael Lee Harris. Runs into him here, and he's got no chance to catch the football. And Virginia's the benefactor of really a poor play by Michael Lee Harris running into his own player.
Watch, I'd take a shot right now. Sudden change. Sudden change, look deep. Kevin Park in the backfield. And oh my.
False start, number 74 offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
Are you serious? On a sudden change, they had the momentum taken back, and they give it right back.
I think they were going to come back with the play Lambert had scored on. They had 2 receivers set away from the play, and they're going to run that little zone read play and let Lambert read it with Wingo Reeves out in front, the fullback. So now it's second down, or go back to 1st and 15.
And again, you're teetering in a long field goal for Ian Fry. He's already hit on a 47-yarder. But they want more right here. This is Parks. Almost broke it. Boy, he got into the second level almost. Pick up of 7.
Good solid run by Kevin Parks, though. Now you're second down. You move down to 2nd and 8. You're back inside the chains again as opposed to being outside. So now is Coach Fairchild going to have to give something Lambert can handle here, knowing that they've had a tough time protecting. They've run a lot of those crossing routes, trying to get somebody free on one of those little shallow drag routes.
Kevin Parks, the senior from Salisbury, North Carolina, almost broke it. And again, the Cavaliers get a flag.
False start, offense number 75, 5-yard penalty, second down.
Wow. Wow.
Oluwaju moves. He's a big guy. They only played 5 games a year ago. They were excited about the big fella being back in the game, but made a mistake there.
Bottom line is it'll be second down and a taxi ride.
Yeah, so now you're back outside the chains again. Lambert going to have to be smart with the football here if you're Virginia.
Big push by the white jerseys. Absolutely nowhere to run.
Well, it's the play they ran for the touchdown. They were going to run this play on first down of this series, and they had the penalty. They went back to it there, but a poor snap pulled Lambert to the right, and he couldn't engage with the zone read. Watch where the snap takes him. He wants to make the play fake, and it kind of blows the play up. Now Malden sees what's going on, and he doesn't pursue down inside, and Louisville does a really good job of getting to the football.
Bobby Petrino working on the left. Mike London on the right. Mike London would now leave the group and leave it to his offensive coordinator, Steve Fairchild, to talk to the guys.
Well, the one thing they have not done with Lambert is move the pocket. Okay, and a lot of times when you're having a tough time with pressure, you'll move the launch point for the quarterback. They haven't done that with Lambert. I would anticipate them putting in a situation where they're going to try to protect and let him throw. He's got to have a completion of about 10 yards here to have at least a decent shot at a field goal. Right now, as you mentioned, it's 47 yards, and we saw the last one just barely crept over the crossbar. So you're looking at about a 7 to 10 yard completion here and give Fry an opportunity to give you the lead.
Well, 47 yards is the longest he's made this year. He made that in the first half. Fry's career long is 53. But you're right, you're teetering right now.
Got 2 tight ends in the game, and they haven't completed a ball to a tight end yet today. You wonder if the tight end steps up here.
Darius Jennings, Parks straight ahead, the run game. Crowd doesn't like that call, but again, you know what they're doing. They're trying to set up the field goal. That's a gain of 5. And Ian Fry will come onto the field.
Well, Coach Petrino calls a timeout. Keeps some time on the clock for his offense now. And Fry will have one from about 42 or 43 yards. And to protect against the mistake, ran the football there, didn't want to turn it over. Coach Petrino burns the timeout, knowing that he has more than enough time for his team to move the football. Now, just 1 timeout left for Bobby Petrino's team after that timeout right there.
Ian Fry has hit from 35 and 47 yards today. 2 field goals. It's 21-20 Louisville. 3:47 remaining in the ball game. And right now, Ian Fry trying to give the Cavaliers the lead again. His career long is 53. That was last year against BYU. This is from 42. Good snap, good hold. And the kick is good. Ian Fry has given the Cavaliers the lead with 3:42 to play.
Well, it's a clutch kick. Obviously a guy that hadn't had a lot of opportunities, but he knocked through 2 big ones today. Good snap, good hold, really clean operation. It was no doubt in his mind when he hit it, he knew it was good. Right through the middle. And Ian Fry steps up for his team and makes a play. And now it falls back to strength on strength. We talked about Virginia's defense and Louisville's offense, where this game might be decided. Here we go in the final 3:43. Those 2 units are going to be on the field.
Right now, Ian Fry's the hero. 3 field goals today. 23-21 Cavaliers. Lamb and Ratcliffe will be awaiting that guy's kick. John Wallace, or correction, Dylan Sims. Upback takes it.
Well, the youngster called for a fair catch. That's L.J. Scott up there in the upback position, and he signaled for a fair catch at the 13-yard line. So, mistake by the freshman on kick team.
Field is at the player signal for a fair catch. The ball is dead where caught.
So 3:41 remaining in the ball game.
Now watch him flash the hand. There's the hand, kind of a half-hearted signal.
Yeah, it was. It was.
Yeah, Coach London saw it right away. And so did the officials.
Will Gardner's your quarterback. Dominique Brown is the running back. Louisville down 2. Gardner steps up, has it batted down again.
Boy, is that Vallis again?
It is.
This is about the 4th time the 6'5" linebacker is going to elevate. You see the twist going on up front. Good job by Louisville to sort that out and get it blocked. But Vallis realizes, hey, I'm not getting any pressure. Let me get my big frame in the air. And for the 4th time, he's batted one away.
He's 6'5". He puts those arms up. He's a 7-footer.
Yeah, Tony Bennett may be looking for him to play the low post for him.
Second down and 10. Look out. Is it a safety? It's close. They're going to say he was just on this side of the goal line.
You know, we talked strength on strength, that it was the Virginia run defense against the run offense of Louisville, but here is the ability to rush the passer by Eli Harold. Harold right here going to get to the inside. Watch the move upfield and the knife to the inside, and he puts Will Gardner on the ground down around the 1-yard line.
Third sack of the day for the Cavaliers, and it sets up 3rd and 20 from the goal line. Gardner throws in the flat. It's incomplete.
Well, really no decision here for Bobby Petrino. You got to punt the football. You got no chance. If you go for it here, it's 4th and forever. You're going to give the football a game. So you're going to punt the ball. And you got to get a 3 and out. You got 1 timeout left.
Come with a pass rush. Short snap, short end zone.
I'd block it up and give Shepard a chance for a return. They've had a tough time putting out of their own end, has Ryan Johnson. Most of his punts have been short, so Virginia's going to end up in pretty good field position here unless he hits a career shot right here.
Well, Khalid Shepard be at the 42-yard line.
Oh, and he hit a big one.
He did. And they've got the return set up. Shepard will look for the wall. Gets a block. Cuts it back inside. And the Cavaliers will have it at the 46-yard line. A 53-yard punt And a 10-yard return.
Boy, give Ryan Johnson a ton of credit, the punter for Louisville there. That was a backed-up situation, the worst possible scenario you could be in, and he hammered a punt to give his defense a chance.
November 19th, 2011, the last time the Virginia Cavaliers have beaten a ranked opponent. Until last Saturday, it was 360 days since they won a football game, but they beat Richmond. And they're trying to make it 2 in a row.
Well, I think you'll see him keep the ball in Mazzell and Parks' hands.
Tries to get to the outside. Lamb, a correction.
Oh, Mazzell, good job. Good job, Tim. Mazzell on the sweep and ran through another tackle. Just the great speed of Mazzell on the jet sweep there to get to the edge. And boy, that was a huge first down play.
Big pickup of 14 yards. Clock continues to move. 2:20. First down and 10 for the Wahoos.
Lambert's job now is to work the play clock, work that clock down. Kevin Parks will be a featured guy here.
Play clock at 10. So Lambert now will call it out, and they'll put the ball in play. Trying to milk the clock, shorten the game. Inside the 30. And inside 2 minutes we go.
Coach Petrino's got to decide when he wants to burn that final timeout. I would imagine that he'll wait till after this play and then try to use that timeout to save some time for his offense.
Here we are in the shadow of the Blue Ridge Mountains today.
Oh, what a great effort by both these teams. But boy, Virginia trying to do something they haven't done, as we saw the graphics, since 2011. Find a way to beat a ranked team.
1:18 to play. Lambert gives it to Parks. Parks continues to move. He's down to the 25-yard line, still on his feet. And the Cardinals now trying to strip the ball at every opportunity.
Well, there's the Bobby Petrino final timeout. He's hollering his defense in. Hey, get him on the ground. Got to find a way to get he wants the clock stopped as well. He wanted his timeout recognized a little bit quicker.
He's going to look at the clock, too, see if he can get more time put on it, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Right now, we're at 60 seconds remaining in this ball game.
Well, here's what's going on in the Virginia huddle right now is they're saying, okay, they're out of timeouts. We've got an opportunity to salt the game away right here. A first down wins the football game. And that's what you're telling your offensive line. You're telling all those guys. You can see Coach London there saying, listen, we don't need to do anything else but get a first down. It's 3rd and 2. We're going to hand the football off here. Let's get a first down and win the football game. You guys want to win this game? He's challenging his team right now. And on the other side, Bobby Petrino doing the same thing. Todd Grantham's in the huddle saying, we need a stop right here. We got to get a stop to get our football back. So battle of wills right here. There's no mysteries to what's going to happen. Possibly jet sweep, but I would anticipate the run with Kevin Parks straight ahead.
3rd down and 2. Still on his feet, he got the first. What a great effort by Kevin Parks.
Ball game.
Game, set, match.
We started this game by talking about Kevin Parks. His 1,000 yards a year ago. He talked about, hey, I'll sacrifice a couple of yards if we can win some games. Well, he'll take those 4 yards he just ran for, and he'll take the win, too. Big-time effort by Virginia today.
Wow, what a run by the 5'8", 200-pounder from Salisbury, North Carolina. And Mike London says, hallelujah, 2 in a row.